beard.
Is there only ever one? Isn't there only ever one good Rogaldorn beard?
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
By the way, we're live.
Let me just.
Hello, live.
Let me see.
I said we're live.
We are
It's
live.
Russia.
We are many.
It's
Oh, he was born on a forge. He got taken to a forge world. Huh? And was made into a slave. To mine in the mines.
So, question: in text to speech,
Yes.
what is that? Because I don't think that's a beard. I think that's a mustache slash sideburn combo. And it's like it kind of works on Rogaldorn, but I cannot imagine it on anyone else.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm with you now. It's sort of like he's got mutton chops that combine over his top lip.
Yeah.
Adorable. Just
I've seen people with that facial combo.
so have I.
It's
They
really
look
sweet.
stupid. They look stupid most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah. If done correctly,
but
it's actually pretty good.
Okay, basically, you have to like have the personality and the dress sense of a Victorian businessman, and then it'll be perfect.
Or be
Someone's
playing
made a model of
Fable.
him. Someone's made a model of him. Sending it to-
Adorable.
Sending this model to the relevant people.
Oh, I love it. No, father.
No. No.
I am
It's not
Rogaldorn.
fucking canon!
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, brother. Wait, I need to get the voice down. Rogaldorn. No.
See, here's the thing. That's one image for Rogaldorn on that now. Here's the actual model for Rogaldorn. He's completely clean shaven, and his sword isn't big enough.
Okay. That's...
I don't know where you spent this, but yes.
I said it to Chris, and I'm sending it to you. You're probably the only ones that care.
But Sam, the sword goes through the stone to the base of the model.
It doesn't. That's the thing. That is the sword.
So why is he attacking Space Marines? Although they're Ultramarines, so I forgive him. But
No, they're Night Lords.
don't care. They look like Ultramarines because they're blue.
Only Ultramarines are blue. All things that are blue must die.
Including Zinch. He is also an Ultramarine.
Ooh.
How to trigger Sam. Sam, we all know the only reason you play towers for the big titty
I
tower
don't.
girlfriend.
There's only one of those models, and I don't have it.
Yeah, there's no model for it.
Well, there's Wargame exclusive models, but I don't actually count them.
Oh.
And then there's the Shadow Sun, the actual model, which is the closest thing you get to a female tower model, because it is a female tower model, and it's the only one. And I do tell a lie, they give you female heads for tower.
May be the case.
But I do not have said model. Besides, I've got my Chaos Space Marines to worry about.
That is true. Much like how I will have my battle nuns next month. Anyway, we have gone
Your
off the
nuns
top-
with guns!
Yes.
Bolter bitches.
Yep.
Let's be honest. The only reason that there aren't any female Space Marines is because
Massive amounts of testosterone pumped into them, to the point where it doesn't matter.
They become...
no, I was gonna go with the Emperor's need for homoerotic tension.
That too.
Alright, anyway. Hello everybody, welcome to Crabby D&D. You didn't understand any of
Hello.
that? Go and look up what Warhammer 40k is. And welcome to the club.
No, don't do that. Go look up what
Shut up,
Save
yourself.
yourself. It's too late for us.
You're part of the cult now.
Alright. So, yes. Yes, hello and welcome to Crabby D&D. This is the Dawnseekers. I am here with my players, Sudz,
Hello.
Harlan,
Hello.
Sam,
Hello.
Simon,
Hello.
and Infernal.
Hello.
Jamie is at con today, so he is missing the session. However, he is mourning for the party. Because without
As he
him,
should.
they
We're all
will
going to
inevitably
die.
He's lucky. He's gonna miss.
No, there's only one person going to die, and quite frankly, he's dead already.
Unless we all get killed by
Sasha?
weird zombies.
Yeah, I was going to say Sasha as well, actually. I'm dead on the inside.
Yeah, that's fair. So usual announcements. Thank you to Tabletop Audio for the free sound and music and stuff you apply. Go and come up. They're great. They've recently released a new soundtrack, which I may use today. Probably not, but no, there are some things which could be useful. Also, thank you to Znoza for all the artwork. Things like these done, and along with everything else over here. Each of these is an individual tile. There's a lot. It's what causes the
Did
lag
this
when we
board
play
get
the game.
bigger?
Huh?
This bottom board get bigger?
Yeah, it did.
It's been bigger for a bit.
I don't use the bottom half at the moment, but I will eventually. It's just because I've got maps that I need to keep in play. And then this is where they store their dice. Any combat maps like this one were made in Dungeon Pro Studio. Any more detailed maps used for overall world building are, like this one, were made on Incarnate.com. Go and check those out respectively. So, without further ado, let's get back into our session, shall we? Last session, our party of adventurers. Sovak, Queglod, Sasha, Malcom, Bern, Rook, and Feng. Travelling from the city of Relical, the capital of the dwarves, they decided that over the remaining 2 days they were going to adventure around, look for a few things, do a bit of enchanting and spellcrafting, before making their way out onto the surface. Making their way over rock, hill, mountain, and through mist. They eventually reached the edge of the Misty Valley. A large wall of mist and fog rolled over it, encompassing the area, preventing usual vision and obscuring the path before them. With only their natural scent and the guide of Sovak, they made their way into the Misty Valley and began making their way over and around mountains, through various craggy ravines, and a couple of times had an interaction with various creatures. With non-stop rain for the next couple of days, the party ended up taking shelter, digging into the mountain, using some of Malcolm's transfigurations. As they slept, Rook and Queglod, both of whom saw a strange creature walking towards them. With 2 pointed legs and 2 long pointed arms, it scuttled forward, breaking rocks with each step as it approached the party, tears running down its face, crying and moaning. Seeing Queglod first, it raised its arm and fired it like a harpoon, striking through Queglod and drawing her in before proceeding to wail and moan, injuring those close to it. The party was alerted to its presence. However, Malcom and Sasha, wanting their beauty sleep, proceeded to sleep on, while Bern and Sovak, both of whom got up to protect and help Queglod and Rook in this situation. As this had occurred, they fought off this creature and destroyed it, but Queglod was no longer suitable or capable for taking a watch, as she was too injured. With this, the party moved on over the next few days, avoiding any traces of strange creatures, and are now but a day away or so from Blackhold, their destination. With the mist clearing ever so slightly, and as dusk is beginning to set in, and the darkness curling inwards, they see a ruined building. Moving up to it, the party went inside to investigate, deciding this would be a good place to cover from the shelter from the rain, as they do not have their Lehman's tiny hut. Moving inside, they saw a curled-up creature on one of the upper levels as it wandered over and got a look at them. This one strange and mutated, a bit more of a shrunken skin bound to its ribcage, as it was thin and hungry. Its jaw unlatched and opened wide, its webbed and clawed fingers reached out for the nearest person, ready to gobble them down. as a second one emerged from from around a nearby wall. Attacking and assailing the party, they were prepared, at the very least, with all of them there. After a short battle and fairly successful fight, they defeated these two creatures, and have now begun their watch for the night. So, as it is raining, you're preparing for your watch. You can see just about in front of you the mist thickening up during the night and not being able to see much else. What would you like to do? No? Nothing?
Going to sleep, right?
Going to sleep? You just going to sleep there in the open, or are you? You've just defeated the creatures. It's raining and it's getting dark now.
Yeah, is there much of like a... There wasn't really much of a ceiling here, was there?
There wasn't much of a ceiling, but there was room for two of you to sleep in cover.
Okay. And we have the tent that's...
You have the tent, which can fit 4 people.
And...
Yeah.
There are a lot of us.
I'm back.
We definitely left the skeleton outside, right?
That's
Oh.
why I already have a cold.
You don't have a real nose. Wait, no, that's not my Sasha voice. You don't even have a real nose.
You'll be surprised what can happen.
You're putting it on, aren't you?
No. Honest.
Uh-huh.
Honest.
You
I
see
mean
floating
it.
just you see floating just a few centimeters from his skull is this long drip of snot, which he snivels back up into a non-existent nose.
Can you fake that?
I don't know. Can you?
No! That's not the things I could do being undead. Like this. I take off one of my fingers and just stick it up my nose. But there's not a lot else I can do about my nose.
Quick question, can I quickly ask something? When he removes his finger, does
removed it yet.
his fake finger disappear, or does it just, is there just like a floating gap bit?
And he removes his finger.
Yeah,
Well, you said he
I
removed
take
his
my
finger and
finger
stuck it on
and stuck it up my nose.
The finger on his hand,
Oh,
on my
the
hand.
fake one, does it disappear or?
Yes. It becomes a stump.
Huh.
What?
I think I just had a thought of how we could get into places. We just remove all of your limbs and put them in bags or something. And then we just say, and like, no one's going to say no to us helping a cripple.
You know what? You're messed up in the head.
I just don't like you.
That's harsh.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that? I couldn't hear you over the sound of people thinking I hate elves.
And flirting with him 2 sessions ago.
Look, that
Also
was a
kissing
game
you.
that was a game of gay chicken that we both lost, okay?
I've got to say, you guys don't know that it was Sovak that did that.
Shit, I keep forgetting that. You know what? No, I just blame you anyway. You're the nearest elf.
Hey, that's racist. Fucking dwarf. This is why my people hate you. I respected dwarves. You've ruined them all for me. Fake
sure I did.
fire, using fire as beard.
Oh,
some
so
kind
what
of
you mean like this? I
try-hard.
like my beard. How'd you like that?
Like some try hard.
Bet you couldn't even grow a beard.
You know what? No, elves distinctly struggle with facial hair, but we don't need to hide our beautiful features. Yeah.
So
That's
that,
why you're hiding it.
You know, it is very considerate of you both to make it abundantly clear exactly where we are to any more of those creatures that might have been
You're
Well-
welcome, Queglod.
Okay, we both know I'm going to die tomorrow, so I think I'm allowed this.
maybe.
Look.
You know what? Fair enough.
Wait, what? You actually agree with me?
Wait, why is he dying?
Just for today.
We go to
Wait, why are you dying?
There's
go to
absolutely no chance they'll let him live at Blackhold.
Oh,
Okay.
And I presume they'll have some way to just know that I'm undead.
Oh, presumably.
oh yeah.
You might just crumple to dust the moment you set foot in there.
Oh, gee,
not-
thanks for
I'm not-
that.
Super clear on the details, but
Well, that's really kind of you, Queglod. Really, really humane of you. Thank you.
Huh.
Fucking halfling.
Shall we head off then? Oh, wait.
No, we're
Head
still
off.
setting
Is it night or the morning?
We're setting up.
It's still night.
It's still
No,
night.
my
You know
bad.
what? Fine. I'm gonna go sleep over here. And I go find like someplace to
Queglod,
sleep.
mm-hmm.
what are your thoughts on like making a like shunting his soul into like a another body or something? Like, because I know wizards make like copies of themselves, and so when they die, they just sort of shunt into it.
Yeah, they're not really supposed to do that though.
Is that like against your thing?
Raven Queen dies.
Yes, it's the soul not going to the place where it should be.
I mean,
Goodness me.
it's on a temporary basis, so as far as the hierarchy of sins goes,
I mean,
it's not,
I
it's
mean,
not
it's-
right up there, but
It's temporary as long as it works. I mean, like, it's temporary in the same sense that I've got a temporary tattoo. In that when I die, it'll stop. It'll decay at some point.
You've got
Doesn't mean it's not going to be there for the rest of my life, which could theoretically be immortal if I was a wizard and could do weird wizardy things.
You've got a tattoo.
Is that what you took from this?
Yes.
Yes.
Weird wizardy things I've grown up with. Tattoos? No.
you know, we've been bathing together, and I never saw this tattoo.
I keep it hidden.
How?
Must be a
Dwarf
very
magic.
secure.
Dwarves don't have magic. It's all lies.
It's
You have
called
alcohol.
makeup, you fucking heathen.
You guys use makeup? Why are you all still so ugly?
Bern's not.
Yeah.
All natural, baby.
Wait,
Yeah, with
Yes,
fucking
man.
magic, you furball fuck.
Okay. No need to be rude. Although you do look like you've got your face smashed in regularly by a fist, funnily enough. Your name suits.
I think you're just jealous.
You know what? I do miss having skin. I'm not going to lie.
Thought so. No, as it stands, I do have a tattoo. It's in not an indecent area, but one that I would still rather not show off in the cold of night, as it were.
Tramp stamp. Got it.
Ribs, actually.
Ah. Still a tramp.
Although, ask Queglod about her tattoo.
Ooh, do tell.
Well, here, let me show you. I'm gonna I sort of raise I sort of go up in front of Sovak and like raise
Good
one
try.
hand, sort of like palm up to the face,
Okay.
and then
He's
raise
about
it
to
slowly, and
disappear.
then
That's not going to, you know, unexist me, is it?
okay, I'm gonna slap Sovak.
Roll me an attack. You see your strength.
I'm just
Oh.
gonna take it. I don't care.
So with advantage because he's taking it.
I'm just gonna.
Fair.
You do. With a natural 20. 1 minus 1 doubled to doubled. Which is
I
0.
wasn't trying to actually really injure him. Just
Well, no, that's fine because you've got a minus 1
Yeah,
strength
yeah.
mod. So it's 1 plus your strength mod, making it 0, doubled. So Sovak, you take a whole 0 points of damage from that natural 20.
I'm gonna say that my jaw flew off though.
Oh wait, no! Do the head spin.
Both.
It's too late now. As
Both.
as Queglod swings in, hitting the bottom jaw of Sovak, you watch as the jaw unhinges for a moment before, as his head begins to spin, and it slowly detaches, ting, and disappears off into the mist.
Yeah. Apparently, I can still talk like this. Huh? I expected to have trouble.
Huh. Who knew?
I don't actually. You know what? I can only imagine this looks horrifying to you if you can actually see my
I mean, I've seen.
disguise stuff.
No, looking at his illusionary form, you can see that the top jaw is still there, the bottom jaw looks like it's been ripped off and healed over, and there's just this tongue, like, wiggling in front of it.
Oh my.
Have me. Okay, right.
Honestly, this might be an improvement.
Fucking bitch.
Anyway, I'm gonna send Felipe over to.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're
Go
talking
Oh,
back.
about your daughter again.
Felipe gets it.
Not.
Anyway, I don't really
Okay.
have a tattoo.
Don't have a daughter. I've explained this multiple times. That bitch is not my daughter. She's my
What?
daughter-in-law, I guess.
She's married into the family. She's your problem now.
No, she's not. I'm dead, remember? Nothing's a problem for the dead.
If I ever meet her, I'm going to tell her all about you, and I hope she makes your life hell. You know, if we don't manage to kill her, you know, I mean, obviously killing her is preferable, but you know.
Never mind. And for real this time, Sovak goes and finds one of those covered areas just to do his almost sleeping thing.
Okay, so Sovek just collapses into a pile of bones, not needing to worry about the weather. The rest of you?
That's my jaw back later.
I'm sleeping with my companion out in the weather.
So, you're taking a nap with the rest of them. With that, you'll be able to set up a tent and all of you will be able to rest easily. And the person on watch will be able to sleep underneath or sit underneath the canopy and get a watch without being disturbed from the rain.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna send Felipe quite high up as well.
Okay.
Like perch on like the other wall.
Okay.
Try and get a bit of advantage.
okay. Felipe perches on a nearby wall, keeps a lookout. Who's running first watch?
I'll go
Sasha.
last.
Okay, Sasha's got first watch. Go ahead and roll perception for me, and roll a perception for Felipe for me.
Is that me rolling, or is it?
That's both of you, because Felipe gets a roll for the entire rest.
Oh, it's a 16 plus whatever my perception is that I've forgotten.
That is
Should be
not
plus
a
4.
good roll for Felipe.
So 20.
Uh,
As you're sat there,
20,
as you're sat there during the night, keeping a watch out and through the mist, you don't hear anything other than the rain hitting against the wood nearby, the stones in the various areas. You don't seem to hear or see anything during this time while you rest.
Good.
Okay. Second watch.
I guess I'll take second watch.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh,
Natural 20.
That made 30 total.
Okay. As you're sat there, listening in through the sounds of the rain, the calming nature is very soothing of this. The occasional flashes in the distance, the lightning crackling through the clouds above. As you hear rocks rolling down the side of the stony side opposite where you're currently sat. And you can hear some faint voices through the mist. What languages do you speak?
Common, Infernal, Draconic, and Druid.
Okay. You do not understand these languages, or this language, I should say.
Considering Feathering is a familiar, he should be up as well, right?
Yes.
He knows Common, Draconic, and Sylvan.
He doesn't know either. But you
Okay.
hear some rather deep voice or two voices out in the dark as you hear as the two continue to mutter to each other. They're quite a ways off, but you can just about make it out through the rain with that natural 20. If you want, seeing as you have heard this language before, I will allow you to make an intelligence check to see if you can decipher what language it is. This will also help you understand if any of your party members should speak this language, and they can tell you.
Oh?
Intelligence 22. This language is Giant.
Giant.
You know that Bern has comprehend languages. However, he has to be able to hear it, so that might be a bit difficult. You know that Rook speaks Giant, I believe. And does anybody else speak Giant?
Nope.
Hold it.
I just know that apple means a lot of things.
I wake Rook up.
Okay, let me quickly go to his character sheet and make sure he does speak Giant.
If he doesn't, then I wake Bern up.
No,
Minotaur.
he knows Common, Giant, and Goblin.
Okay,
So-
so he does.
there's a
You know,
story behind one of
Thorborg
those.
is a giant kin.
Thank you for the information.
Useful, sir.
As
Better.
as you wake him up, he kind of shakes his head a little bit. What do you need?
I need you to translate the voices that I hear.
Okay.
I try to help him. I try to help him get in tune with the nature to try and pick out the voices from the rain.
With that, I will give him advantage. Which will be a fairly high DC, unfortunately for him. Okay.
Now for advantage.
Yeah. He he tries to listen in through the rain. I can't hear them. I could get closer, unless you could repeat the words to me.
I do attempt to try and repeat the word.
Okay. Make a charisma or intelligence check of your choice.
Charisma or I'm gonna go with
So this will be focusing on the dialect and actually repeating the words as you hear them, rather than
Oh, almost another net.
8. Listening to the words
Yeah.
and attempting to repeat them, with a language you don't know, there are several words which you find very difficult to form in the language, and it is very difficult for you. I'm going to say that Rook can't decipher the words you're trying to put forward, but he can get closer if you would like him to.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and cast Pass Without a Trace as quietly as possible. Well, enough to where I think they wouldn't be able to hear it over the rain.
Okay. In the current situation, because you know that it's quite a ways off, and also the rain, and also the mist, you should be fine sound-wise. You cast Pass Without a Trace.
And I go with him, taking him in the direction of where I heard him.
Okay. Guiding him in that direction, go ahead and make me a survival check. DC for this will be rather low.
Okay.
Easily enough.
Was that someone or was that Crabbot doing the thunder?
That's Crabbot.
Oh.
As you wander through the mist, you begin to hear the voices a little bit louder as Rook begins to interpret for you in Giant, or in Giant speak. We've been traveling for days. These stupid, haunted creatures have been striking us from far off. Do you think we'll find anything for hunting in this misted land? There is a pause and a reply of, we found things in the mist before, strange elf creatures. We find more, we can club them and take them home. They don't have much meat on them, but they'll do. Alternatively, we found goats before, but very few of them. Maybe even one of those fat ones will do. As a pause as they continue walking, you can hear the heavy footfalls. Go ahead and make a stealth check. Rook will do the same. He has disadvantage. Actually, no, he just woke up.
No,
so
he's not wearing armor. Yeah.
So this is a straight roll for him. He's not wearing armor.
Not 20.
Wow. You're off to a flying start today. And with his stealth, that is with a +4 and the +10, that's a 32 from him.
I got, let's see, stealth
With a +10 plus the 5, that's 35 plus
+2.
+2, so 37 for you.
37.
As the two of you go unnoticed, traveling through the mist, you listen in on the voices. They travel a little ways away, and you decide that it's best not to follow them, getting too far from your party.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure they weren't after.
No, they seem to have gone around. Okay. Heading back to the party, easily enough through the mist with the guidance of Featherwing. You make your way back, settle down to rest, and Rook goes back to sleep. Rook cannot watch now because he has been woken up. So who would like to take third watch?
I can do it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
As a +4.
+4. 18. As you're sat there listening in on the rain, you...
Oh no, sorry, that's a +0.
+0,
Wrong
14.
character.
Okay. That changes things.
Fuck.
As you sit there in the rain, you listening out for anything that might be moving, you hear a clap of thunder off in the distance. The rolling wave of it traveling by. As you hear that and you see the flash ever so swiftly peek through the mist, you see a shaded form emerge in the mist before swiftly disappearing with the light.
With the light. Ah. Which way was this?
This is more of a northward direction. You were heading north into the town.
Yeah. This is the way we were going.
So it's the way you were going, yes.
They were going that way, or they were coming from that way?
You headed northward into the town, and going further into the town is northward, but heading eastward is where you want to go from here.
Ah, okay.
You got a little bit lost because of the low survival checks from everyone.
Yeah.
You see the form in the mist. It stands there, and as the light silhouettes it and casts it against the mist, the light disappears swiftly with the silhouette. You're not sure if it's still there.
Interesting. I'm gonna enhance mobility myself.
Okay.
Wait. What is it called? Let's see. Owl's wisdom.
Owl's wisdom. Okay. Go ahead and roll me the second roll for your perception check, now that you have advantage. If you wish to search further, I will allow you to re-roll, but the DC will be increased.
Not.
The
50.
You move forward towards the mist, getting a little bit of a look through, seeing what you can see. You look where the silhouetted form stood, and you can see in the stone there are what look to be 3 grooves, 2 footprints, and what looks to be a slightly dry patch where a hand has been placed. This make me a survival check, actually, for this. Again with advantage because of your advantage on wisdom checks.
Oh!
Total.
Survival, I don't think I'm proficient in. No.
No, 6.
I'm tempted to use lucky on it though.
You want to? This will use up your next day's reservoir.
Yeah, I know. I don't think we're getting into a fight the next day. Probably, I hope so.
Okay. Using 1 point of lucky.
Yep.
12.
Well,
The ground's dry in these 3 spots. The individual had to have been there at least an hour.
wait, in the same space?
In the same spot. The ground has dried since they've stood there, and it's recently becoming damp.
How big are these groups?
They're about the same size as your feet. They aren't large. They seem to be regular foot-sized, completely clothed with some kind of cloth or something, probably to mask sounds.
And the hand?
Sure. And the hand is, from what you can tell, it was a palm placed flat onto the ground. It's humanoid. That's about as much as you can get without an additional check here.
That's fine. Standing there for an hour. How far away is this from our camp?
Probably about 30 feet. And it's been crouched 2 feet on the ground with its palm on the ground to support it while it stayed low.
Well, that's slightly worrying. No indication of where it might have gone next, right?
No. Looking at it, you don't see or even hear it. By all accounts, it should still be here.
Well, that just fucking scares me. I'll slowly head back to camp, being fully aware of my surroundings.
Sit back down. You return to sleep. Or who are you waking up?
Oh, I have
from
the next
first,
watch
I
as
should
well.
say? Well, unless anybody else wants to take it.
Yeah, listen.
So,
I mean-
Queglod?
I can take it. Would Sovak have be?
Sovak would be awake if he wants to be.
I would be awake, but he's being petty.
Fair. Yeah, I'll.
That's his beauty sleep on his last day of
I
life.
had my rest. I've accepted my fate. I know I probably should die. Oh no. Existential crisis begins
Cool. It's an
again.
8.
Back in a sec,
8.
guys.
Okay. Looking out into the mist, the rain, nothing much. You don't hear, you don't see anything. It's calm. The occasional flash of lightning off in the distance.
Okay.
Your watch comes to a close. The day begins. Malcom waking up first and proceeding to prepare breakfast. As you gather yourselves, waking up, the rain still falling, trying to find a little bit of shelter and what wood you can in the area from the broken building to make a small fire pit in the old fire pit. You get up and prepare for the day.
I want to check out the grooves if they're still there.
Moving over, the spots that were dry where the individual would have stood have completely gone. The rain has claimed them.
Well, guess that's nothing to worry about then.
Anybody else want to
Queglod,
Mm-hmm.
you can do your detect magic, correct?
Yes, I can. I'll turn.
Could you do it around this area?
All right. Yeah, I will activate detect magic then.
Okay.
And I guess do a sort of a lap of the immediate area.
Okay. As you cast detect magic, and you begin to look around the immediate area. You get the pings of your usual companions, and you get one additional ping in addition to this. Next to Bern, where he's currently standing, you can see what looks to be something written on the ground in an arcane text. What languages do you understand?
Common, Halfling, Dwarvish, and Gnomish.
Okay, this isn't a language you understand.
Okay.
Anything?
There's something written here in a text I don't speak. Do I recognize the script by any chance?
As in what it's there with.
Yeah. Yeah, what alphabet, essentially?
Oh, what language you mean?
What
actually,
language? Yeah,
that's a point. Languages share written language. Hold on.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I need to double check then for this one.
Or at least they share the
Yeah, some of them share
the
description.
alphabet. that they
Yeah,
do.
no, that's fair.
So
Okay,
it's not,
page 1, 2, 3. That's something I've remembered off by heart.
I'm pretty sure all the ones I speak have.
Alright, page 1, 2, 3.
The same, though,
Languages.
so I don't-
This is. You speak Gnomish, Halfling, Common, and
I think Thales and Dwarvish, which I believe all use
they
the
are
Dwarvish script.
they are all Dwarvish and Halfling. Yes, or Uncommon. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, you do not recognise the script. It is more cursive and curved. You can roll me an intelligence check if you want to try and identify the script.
I will do that, but also I'm going to get a piece of paper and copy out what's written.
Okay.
So that everyone can see the message and someone who actually speaks it can translate.
Go ahead and make
Yeah, I'm
me
gonna try
an
and-
intelligence check. Okay. This is written in Elvish.
This is Elvish. Cool. Is there anyone who's not Sovak that speaks Elvish?
I can.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Elvish language and script is also shared by Sylvan
Oh,
and Undercommon.
I can read it.
I can speak one of those.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and just copy what's written as best as possible.
Okay.
Just show it to.
Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check. The higher this is, the easier it will be for someone to read. Good enough, and they won't need to make a check.
That is a total of, I believe, 10.
10. Okay. Who's attempting to read this?
I am.
Well, I'll show it to Bern.
Yeah.
Bern, go ahead and make me an intelligence check, please.
I've been muted.
You've been muted. If you want to attempt to as well, anybody who's being shown it can make the check.
Yeah, well,
Well,
I'll let anyone
Yeah,
who
it's a
wants
19.
so that can look at the ones.
19.
I get the feeling that you don't like me very much, Queglod. I don't know what gave me that feeling, but something is.
nat 20.
Natural 20. Stop it.
Hmm.
As you're looking over the piece of paper, you begin to understand the language. It's a little bit difficult, and it does take you a little bit for you, Bern. With you
It's
reading this.
actually, it's B reading.
Oh, okay. If it's B reading, the cursive is more Sylvan than it is Elvish.
Well, then.
But again, it's still Elvish cursive. Reading it through, the writing seems to only say a single word: Raven.
Great.
Spoopy.
Does have to do with you, Queglod?
I have to assume so, unless they were talking about Felipe.
Is Felipe with you? Is Felipe there?
Felipe is there.
He'd
Is
have been,
Felipe there?
He's back with
The perception check was that bad that he disappeared.
he'd have been perched up on that wall, so probably visible to anyone. Although, I don't think he saw anything, so maybe not.
Raven. Which way is it written? Or like which direction?
It's written
This way.
showing the direction. It is written as if the person who was, or the person or thing that was crouching down was writing it.
Okay, so while looking at us?
Yes, looking at you.
Oh god, is this one of those sex pervert things?
Yeah, one of those sex pervert things.
You're literally made of bones.
And where was the thing like?
Do you know what that means? I literally don't have a penis. Honestly, that's not even the worst bit.
So, what did you say, Bern?
Like which way is it? From this way, behind?
So
The north.
yeah, so
So
it's from the north, and it's written as if the person is looking south.
Okay, so
We need to go this way.
there's a I'd say probably the most likely possibility is it was a Black Horde scout. I mean, that would make sense. If they have people out in this area.
Are they telling you to send your raven out then?
Possibly. Or possibly just as a mark so that anyone else who came across knew that we were okay. Felipe is a pretty good giveaway that I'm on their side.
True.
Of course, it could be something else, but we don't really have any clues as to what that might be.
Is there still mist around here?
Oh yeah. It's the Misty Valley. It's always misty.
I should probably warn you guys. We might want to be careful. There are giants out here. Don't know what kind of giant, or at least something that spoke giant.
We did know that there were fire giants nearby, but they were further south, I thought.
Could be stone giants. Or hill giants.
Yeah, if it's hill giants, we'll be
Goliath.
fine.
There's a lot of giants, actually.
We followed them a little bit. Could I tell which way they?
I don't think it could be sea
They were
giants.
heading perpendicular to your camp, heading from the north to the south.
From the north. So, okay, so we.
I suppose it makes perfect sense that there would be giants in this mountain. We know there are some, so...
Makes sense there's more.
If they're heading south, then we're diverging. We probably shouldn't run into them again.
Sure.
Unless there are more of them coming, but...
I vote that if we encounter them, we should make out as if we eat giants, and then, flip the script on them.
Can you use your magic site while Felipe?
Pardon?
Can you use your magic site while in Felipe?
You mean like Devil Sight,
It
or?
doesn't carry over.
Could I detect magic and go into a raven form?
Okay, using a wild shape and using
No,
detect magic.
I was asking if I could do.
Oh yeah, because wild shape would use it keeps your concentration, and the raven would just be part of wild shape.
Okay, I was just wondering if that was a thing I could do.
Sasha dropped their hammer on their foot.
That hurt.
Yeah, Sasha takes 1 point of damage.
Shit.
Well, shall we continue on?
She's now injured.
Yeah.
Everything knows your hair.
You know that when you stub your foot and it's just the worst thing?
Stub your
Yeah.
foot? You stubbed your entire foot.
On a
I
really
meant
big
toe,
coffee
you
table.
pedantic.
Do dwarves only have one really big toe?
Oh,
Apparently.
that's a horrifying image.
Oh god.
Yeah, oh no.
I apologize, that's a cursed image, even in my imagination. I do apologize, please carry on.
It's just the heel and
Oh,
one
no.
Just a big toe with one massive knuckle
Oh, okay. Okay, now I've got a really bad
and a
question.
large nail.
Is it like
one giant toe, like as in fully
No.
like a scaled up giant toe, or is it like one like same height?
Okay,
but
right.
with
Okay, right. Has everyone here seen Spy Kids?
That.
all the thumbs?
The thumbs.
It's that, Sam.
Well, goodbye, everyone.
Oh.
I'll remember you all in therapy.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I can't quite get over. One of those toes is ingrowing as well, so that's going to get nasty. Like it wasn't already.
Yes, because there's nothing wrong with a giant ingrown toe. Anyway, we've gone off topic.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I can only apologise. That's... But seriously, did dwarves only have one of them? You know, never
No,
mind.
we have normal feet, I think.
Okay.
Five toes, 3 tentacles. You know, the whole shebang. I'm fucking with you. We don't have any tentacles.
For a second there, I was going to panic, and you were going to say something like, "I'm fucking with you. We don't have any toes." I got scared. I'm not going to lie. You spooked
I
me.
was so tempted. No, five toes, one big one, one little one, 3 sort of fairly similarly
betweeny
sized
ones.
middle ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I apologize for that very first image.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
your head.
That was honestly, if we ever need to kill someone, we'll just start talking about that, and they'll commit suicide. I'm sure.
Remember it. It will be useful.
Why has nobody ever done this before? A vicious mockery, but it's just memes.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're a bitch of a
Chris, can Elton become a
daughter-in-law.
bard? Can Elton
No.
be a bard? Didn't think
Wait,
His
so.
charisma
wait.
isn't high enough.
Sovak,
That's
you're a
fair
bitch of a
point.
daughter-in-law.
What about her?
What if we just gave like, okay, if she tries to do mindfuckery on us, we just project that image at her and she'll stop.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but do you really want to imagine that image longer? Do.
If it means she suffers, yes.
I'm not sure it's actually worth it. I think I would rather die than think about that again. I'm trying really hard not to, and it's not working. You know what, Queglod? I'm ready. I'm ready to die.
Oh great,
That's
just
good.
walk into black
That's
hole
good.
then.
Yeah, let's keep going.
No, you know what? Just be yourself.
Infernal, what do you think
Okay.
of my idea?
Oh no, that's something behind.
Oh god, what?
Bard
don't
uses
like it.
dream to send memes to quest givers at 2 a.m. Anyway,
Well, that's cancer. Oh.
bards use dreams to send quests to quest giver. Yeah, it's much better use. Alright,
That's far too sensible.
so, how are you proceeding? I would like to know
Yes,
marching order. Front is on the right, back is on the left. I would also like to know who is helming the survival check. Before it was Sovak, because you got advantage because you're in
I
the
will.
mountains. And then it was Queglod able to not have disadvantage because she was using the compass.
The order direction, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
As
Mountains
Although-
are
what
my
is
command-
the
I can with the +9.
I mean, if someone wants to take over, they can
That-
have
that-
the orb.
which
What
one?
does the orb do?
It always
Give
points
it!
an orb.
Give me. No.
Okay, I would
Sovak?
like to do that.
Sovak,
Sovak will
you're
also.
making a straight roll still because it's misty, so it's disadvantage, but advantage because
Yeah.
it's mountains.
They counter.
And
Yeah,
somebody
Malcolm
else
can
wishes
have
to
the
use-
Boom!
option of
That's
the
an
orb.
I
11.
do.
Do you want to just
I-
have the orb forever? Because
Honestly, I am the
you'll
worst
always be
ranger.
better with it than I am.
I am just the worst ranger.
15.
+2 to survival. Fucking hell.
It's fine, you don't need
That's
to
an
survive
11.
in the wild. You're a
Wow,
skeleton.
I'd be better than you. I'm a cleric and you're a fucking ranger. Jeez.
I'm not an optimized character, Sasha. I'm a skeleton.
Which way is the marching order?
The what?
The marching order. Which way is it?
Right is on the front, back is on the left.
Come up here with me.
You can go up
tiefling
to
fuck.
2 or 3 wide, it's up to you.
Fucking tieflings. Oh, Rooker. No, we can't just have Arachne on top of us.
Yeah, Arachne's carrying Fang.
She'll try to make webs in my rib cage. It's creepy.
Wait, can we do that?
She doesn't
No.
have. She doesn't have normal web.
Wait.
Oh god, I've given Sasha an idea. Shit.
Can we? What if we like put a bag inside your rib cage and just stored things in there?
I've never heard of anything more uncomfortable. You know, it gets a bit funny when the wind blows and my clothes go into my rib cage. It tickles. It's not nice.
It'd be even worse if you went to eat food or drink and then just went into the bag of holding.
Oh.
Somebody turns the bag of holding upside down like 100 years later and just like the contents of the
God.
inside of a bottle of wine that's been in there for 100 years just spills out as mold.
Okay, Chris, I know it's a bit late for this, but could we say like I do have a bag in there that just operates for catching food and stuff.
It's one of those pea bags they give you.
It's a colonoscopy bag, yes. Honestly, I'm more crippled than skeleton. I shouldn't joke about that. There are people genuinely suffering out there.
Now.
Anyway.
So, as you are being led through the mist, making your way further along, heading eastward, you continue to make your way through, and you continue to travel past the various mountains of this region, as you eventually head below, far, far below. The first people being able to hear it are Sasha and Malcom, as the two of you hear very, very far below the sound of running water.
That's a good time.
Yeah, we should have. Yeah, if we've reached the river, we can't have gone too far off course.
Alright, look, just give me the fucking North Orb or whatever it is.
Why you?
We're going to have to reach the river anyway. We're going to have to cross it at some point.
Yeah, also I gave the orb to Malcom.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I thought Sovak still had it.
No, I
I
haven't.
never had
Sovak
the
never
orb.
had it.
No.
I was using
Oh, thank God.
Let's face it, Queglod would never trust me with it. Which, honestly, is fair. Even if I was alive, that's entirely fair. I do drop things occasionally.
And also, you sometimes drop them into your own bag accidentally when they're not yours.
Now, here's something that I can't help but notice, but I forgot to pick up my lower jawbone.
It was picked up by the bird.
Yeah, Felipe
Was
put
it?
it back to you and attached it without you realizing it.
Huh.
That is one skilled bird.
You know, Queglod, I don't like you, but your bird I like. Ah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Felipe's
even
gonna
attach it
travel
on
on
properly.
Yeah. Felipe's gonna travel on Sovak's head for a bit.
Okay.
Nah.
Oh,
really doing anything,
Felipe,
just
can you
sort of
go inside his rib cage and like stand on his pelvis?
No, the colonoscopy bag.
Take it real good.
Felipe gets an achievement, acquired mech suit.
Oh no, some Ratatouille shit goes on and he just stops. Wait, what's happening? Oh, what?
Yeah, help. Your bird doesn't know how to control these limbs. Oh, look, now my arms are flapping. You happy with yourself, Queglod? You happy?
Oh, I know he's gonna die soon, but I have never been happier in my life. Oh.
You know what? Are you guys just on a crusade to ruin my dignity so I willingly walk into death?
Oh
gonna be
no, but I
We're
think
just trying
it'd
to
be
make it
worth
easier.
Because honestly, my plan originally was just I was gonna like find that cave, punch you at it, then I was gonna run away as fast as I could.
I mean, if you still want to do that, that's still allowed.
I'll be honest. I'm not gonna stop you no matter what you do.
I mean,
Queglod
it's not
might.
allowed.
Okay.
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 Queglod definitely will.
Yeah, okay. You can stop him on your own, and I'm not going to stop you from stopping him. But I'm not going to stop him because I'll be honest, it's funny to watch.
Cue Benny Hill music.
However, Queglod, if you'd like, I will lend you my undead smashing stick.
Okay, now that's just rude. That's
I will also lend
that's
you
just
my
bad
spear.
manners. That's just utter bad manners. It's like it's like deploying your entire army in the wrong place.
I can also lend you my spear. Not a problem.
I'm not petty about that at all.
Shame that warlocks can't use moles, eh?
I'm not
Interesting.
really the heavy weapon type, anyway. 8 strength.
Yeah, well, worth a try. Anyhow, so just like, if you want to run away, Sovak, that's fine.
I will. Let's get on with it so I can run away sooner. The sooner I run away, the sooner Queglod can try and kill me.
We understand it's in your nature. You know,
Okay.
as a coward.
Okay, listen here, you dwarven fuck. You know, when I first met you, I thought I might like you. I thought my grandson might be wrong, but no, you are an asshole.
Oh, and that's why he likes me, if I'm honest. Yeah.
Honestly.
Let's be honest. Elves and dwarves, we hate each other, but you know, I'd rather have an elf who hates me at my side, who I hate, than most other people.
That's a little weird. I've got to be honest. You've got problems. You need them sorted out.
But you can always trust an elf to hate a dwarf. And you can
I
always trust-
see. I see.
So
Okay.
if you can trust them with that, you can trust them with anything. As long as they're not a fucking skeleton con man like yourself.
Okay, I'm not exactly a con man. I did good things for your people.
Yes, but you also like convinced elves that they were buying elven shit when they were buying dwarven shit, and convinced dwarves they were buying elven shit when they were buying dwarven shit.
No, I never did the reverse.
Oh, you never did the reverse. Oh, right.
No, I never did the reverse. Please, I've got standards. Dwarves are smarter than that, unfortunately. Elves, being pompous, they think they can never be wrong. And we
That's
can't,
fair.
it's true, but it's easy to manipulate them.
Only an elf can trick another elf.
Exactly. And it's not
Yeah.
tricking, the alphabet to do it in the first place. It's a weird cycle. Anyway.
I'm so confused.
So, what are you doing?
We've got to cross the river at some point. Let's try and find someone to ford it.
Oh, it's down below.
As you're getting to the edge of what looks to be the rest of this little bit, you can see the mountain scales down pretty harshly, probably about a 70-degree angle before it hits the river, and then on the other side it curves up again, a little bit more gently.
Are there any trees going down?
No.
How misty is it around here?
The mist seems to have mildly cleared up. In the ravine, there seems to be almost like a channel of wind rushing through, so it's cleared it. But then as it gets to the other side, the mist still permeates it.
Okay. Exactly how windy is it? It's not like super turbulent wind, is it?
Go ahead and roll me a survival check.
That's like +2, so
+2?
I think it should be. No, I tell a lie. That is a 9 in total.
Okay. Wind's clearing away the mist. Mist isn't that heavy. So
Yeah.
could be low winds, but at the same time it could be anything above that as well.
It's a tornado, Queglod. Be careful.
Okay, I think I'd notice if it was a tornado. As long as it's not super turbulent, Felipe should be able to carry us all across.
That's true, yes.
We could potentially use his speed to scatter what's ahead as well.
Wait,
although we
what
don't
are we
have
trying to
much
figure out?
how to cross the river.
So
How long can he stay in his
let
spawn?
me give you a quick example of what you're currently looking at. Got the mountain here, it's all pretty, it looks nice, and then you've got a drop like that. You've got the river at the bottom before it goes up a bit, and then the other mountain starts here. You've got the river at the bottom here. This is roughly a 70-degree angle, it's a little gentle on this side. And you're
That's
currently
where we are?
there, yeah. So you can choose to slide down if you want, depending on what you want to try and do there. You can fly across to the other side, you can do whatever. All you know is that Black Hole is on the other side somewhere.
So somewhere here.
Yeah. But then it would go in a north or south direction from there.
Yeah.
How far away it would
Yeah.
be.
I think flying over would be the fastest way.
Yeah. Are we all in agreement then?
Sure, as long as no one drops me, I'm fine with that.
Sure.
Should not have given them the idea. Should not have given them the idea.
Actually, there is actually a problem with that.
Oh.
We have two people that are too heavy to be picked up. Well, two individuals.
Are you talking about me?
No. But sort of, yes. So 3.
Ha! He's calling you fat.
It's the armor. Thank you very much.
No.
I myself am a very
No.
svelte dwarf.
No, no,
No.
it's not.
In like comparison to other dwarves, I mean, not a fucking chunky monkey.
Talk to me when you look like this, Sonny Jim.
How much do you weigh, Sovak?
I don't think we've ever bothered to figure it out.
Makes sense.
How-
You're about 15
How much
pounds.
does a skeleton weigh?
Give me a second and I'll tell you.
Okay, so. Any plans?
I guess I can't really carry Arachne.
I can fly them over. You know.
Hmm. Who else is going to be a problem? I should be able to carry.
Rook and Orm.
I don't recall off the top of my head how heavy Orm is.
Orm is about 400 pounds.
And Rook's about
Woo!
400 or so.
I can twin spell fly on them.
Rook is 308, including his armor. He goes up to 370.
I can twin spell fly them.
I don't know how heavy Orm is because
You could also higher
I'm
casting
like,
level, but
I'm like super light at the moment. I'm only like 170 odd pounds.
2 to 3 kilograms, by the way. But for skeletons.
What?
and you're an elf skeleton, so your frame is even lighter.
That's true. So we'll say 2 because that's the bottom of the bracket.
How many pounds
Wait,
is that?
hang on.
Is
Sasha,
it true elves are like birds and have hollow bones?
4.4. 4.4 pounds. No, we don't have hollow bones. Oh, I do because bone marrow tends to disappear after time. But that's beside the point.
What were you gonna ask, Simon?
Sasha, do you not have your armor with you? You said you were heavy at the moment. What's...
Oh no, I meant I'm not including my body weight in that. My actual weight is about 300, but it's only 300 when, you know, most other dwarves weigh like can weigh
Okay,
up.
so
to, like,
it's
200.
300 plus the 65 armor makes that 370.
No,
so
no,
about-
300 with the armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that would be a problem for large creatures. For huge creatures, not so much.
It's
So
strength times 15 for...
And then
Medium
times 2
creatures.
for being large, and then times
And
8
then-
for being huge. Oh no, times 4. Sorry, it doubles again.
Yep.
Yeah.
840. Ew, no. What's his strength?
Whose? Felipe's?
Felipe.
Big Felipe is his strength was 16.
Oh,
Then
you
he's
get
huge,
more.
so-
960.
960. So Felipe
Yeah.
can, in big form, can carry the 2 heaviest people on your team at the same time. Alternatively, it can carry everybody else.
Yeah, I can fly the other 2 people.
I
Well,
can.
There's no way that Felipe can carry Arachne though. I think she's too big.
Weight-wise, she's light frame because she's a spider.
True.
Or I
well,
And,
could-
I mean,
Felipe,
at least
and
there's
Felipe's
nothing that I
huge
can carry.
versus
We can
large.
do the
Rank.
True.
double mount.
Well,
I
hell
mean-
yeah, centaur time.
Not what
I
he meant,
can.
Not quite, but
Right,
I
okay, so
can
Queglod,
conjure
you get
it.
on top of Arachne. Felipe carries Arachne in claws.
I was just going to say,
Bombard
Sudz, what were you
down.
going to say?
I was gonna say I can conjure animals to giant eagles, and that can help with getting everybody over.
True. That also lasts longer.
Hey, Sovak, do you want to jump?
I mean, I was considering telling Rook to throw him.
Look, you've been wanting to for ages. Just throw me.
Are you sure?
You are gonna
Can-
die.
Do you accept these terms and conditions?
I accept it. Okay. Sovak sits there and opens up the scroll that's magically appeared and reads carefully through these terms and conditions.
Okay.
Yes, I accept these terms and conditions.
Alright, already rolling. Not bad.
Ooh.
Has advantage
I-
because you are a medium creature and he is considered large when concerning
I-
grapples.
I am
Oh.
making myself arrow shaped.
He grabs you by the spine in between your ribcage and your pelvis and yucks you like a javelin.
Also, like this last line says, you're gonna die.
Sovak,
Already dead. Loopholes, bitches. I'm flying.
you successfully make it to the other side after taking.
Oh.
Could I use Windwall to catch myself?
Roll me an initiative check.
Because it is only an action to cast. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I'll allow it, and using an initiative check, you can.
That's with my initiative. That's with that's a 16.
Okay. I will roll an unmodified d20 for the initiative of the ground. That's a
Does
10.
the ground reach you first?
So you successfully cast Wind Wall. You will successfully succeed on this save, taking half damage.
Yeah.
I may even make it quarter damage just because fun of it. But we will see how much damage you roll, because first I got to get to a dice roller.
Oh.
Oh no! I've just remembered that falling causes a lot of damage.
You take 34 points of bludgeoning damage.
Honestly,
That is halved from
No.
69 points of bludgeoning damage from 20d6 damage as you were thrown 200 feet.
okay.
That was a good throw from Rook.
Yeah.
Okay, so 34, yeah.
34, yes, as he throws you across. You will watch as Rook takes a running throw, as you watch as Sovak disappears off, and then disappears into the mist on the other side before you hear a poof.
I'm okay.
Sounds about right.
Echoes through the.
Conjure animals, 2 eagles.
Why didn't I
Let's
just
get over then.
Okay.
Why didn't I just...
Using conjure animals and 2 giant eagles, you'll have to do this in 2 trips. So, who are the 3 characters you would like to leave behind?
I've just realised something, guys.
Yeah?
I can also conjure animals. I just remember.
I don't
Ah,
know. Staying
I'm
behind.
sorry. So Sovak needs to die, and so does Sam apparently.
So, who are the
I'll
3
stay
characters you
behind.
would like to leave
I
behind?
guess.
They will
I
come.
I'll stay
guess.
behind.
Oh. Okay.
Bern will stay behind.
I guess me, Bern, and Arachne.
Bang will go across on the.
It's only an action to cast this fucking hell.
All right. So, as you Bang went across. So, as the first lot of you travel across the ravine, the wind does pick up a little bit. The eagles, taking flight through here, have enough strength that they can fly over without any problems. As they reach the other side, they drop you all off in the mist. You can see Sovak is currently buried like an ostrich in the ground, but his skull has just fallen off and rolled away, and he's currently just trying to pull the top of his spine out.
This is fine. That tastes weird.
Oh no.
As
Sovak's dead.
the two giant eagles fly up, they travel to the other side, pick up the rest of you, and carry you across.
Oh god, I can't fake that.
While you're being carried across,
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
as you begin to make your way across, out of the corner of your eye, Malcom, as you begin to take flight and you begin to travel over, you can see what looks to be a silhouetted form in the mist from where you were standing. Currently standing there, staring at you both as you fly off, and as you turn to get a better look at the silhouette, disappears.
That's not disturbing at all.
Yo, you don't know.
Now, just checking. Did we use Felipe for this or no?
No.
No, which means I guess we have him in reserve since.
You reach the other side, you land. Sovak pulls the top of his neck out the ground, goes over and grabs his skull and fixes it back on.
Alright. I think it's best if we scout out the area while flying.
What was that?
I think we should scout out the area with flight. So we send out Felipe and Feather?
Hmm?
Scout out the area with Felipe and Feather.
I mean, Feathering can just go on his own.
Well, I mean,
Nothing's
I'll
ever
send
gonna see
Felipe
him.
as well.
Yeah, so we can cover more ground.
You also have you have two giant eagles if two of you wanted to do it yourselves.
How
I
long
mean,
though?
yeah. Yeah, how long did it take to get over?
Probably about 5 minutes. It's not that far
Okay,
a
so
distance,
we
it
got
was just
plenty
a
of
back
time.
and forth journey.
I'll
Yeah.
go on one of the eagles.
I'll stay here.
I'll stay here, but send Felipe, as we can do.
Okay.
Multiple directions. Yeah, we need to figure out re-get our bearings, figure out exactly.
Oh,
where we are.
Bern, send your rust monster friend.
He's not here.
He's in Adamantia.
Oh shit, that's right. I keep forgetting where all these people leave their fucking animals.
Shush you.
Don't call him an animal.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you prefer monster?
You're more of a monster than he ever will be.
That is very true.
That's fair. He is an unaligned creature versus the chaotic evil of Sasha.
He's a literal. That's his literal classification. All right. I thought animal would be more polite, but sure, fine. What would you prefer?
Friend,
Right.
like any nice person would say.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, we haven't been formally introduced. If anything, he's still an acquaintance.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
So, we got one person going up on the giant eagles. Were you going to have anybody else go up, or was that it?
If somebody else wants to go up, I'll just go up alone.
Oh God, no! Dwarves in the sky do not mix.
I'm gonna have one of the eagles take Sasha.
Oh no! I can't be bothered to
volunteered
resist.
Sasha.
Okay, Sasha gets picked up. So, I would like you to make a roll for Featherwing, Felipe, Sasha, and Malcom. Each of you. Make 2 checks. The one on the left will be Featherwing, the one on the right will be Malcom. For you.
Both natural 20!
Oh my god.
Right.
What have you been doing to save up this?
Right. How many times did you pray before this?
He's got 5 natural 20s this session. Maybe taking a nap is the key. Like, everyone go to sleep next session, and then we'll have a session after that, and all of you will roll natural 20s, like, for the whole session. Alright. So, what were the other
Why
ones?
can't you save this for the battle with the fucking Prince of Blood?
Prince of Blood just rolls constant 1s. Alright,
Fucking
so
Malcolm goes
the
up
other
5
perception
that way.
checks from the other two party members, please.
17 for Felipe.
And Sasha?
12.
Okay. The two of you going around and looking. Are you looking through Felipe's eyes?
When he's in range, yeah.
Well, you can see indefinitely through him. You just can't give him commands beyond 100 feet. Oh wait, no, because it's not the same as Find Familiar. It's different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird. Let me get the exact word.
Yeah, it's weird for they have that slight disadvantage, whereas regular Find Familiars have the advantage of that. So,
So 28 and
28 and
30 for me.
30.
28 Featherwing.
Okay. Featherwing doesn't find it. As you're all looking, you don't manage to find anything looking about the place. Featherwing heading in a particular direction, heading north, doesn't see anything. As he scouts the area, scouts the mountainside, doesn't seem to see any openings, doesn't see anything of note. The only thing which Featherwing does pick up on is there do seem to be a few forms moving through the mist, and you are given this information when Featherwing returns. On the other hand, as you head southward, travelling by eagle at a fair speed following the riverbank, you travel round and you see what looks to be a strange set of stones piled up next to one another. You fly a little bit closer and lower to the ground, and you can see that they seem to be marking a cave entrance. A small bit of black cloth flows off of the outside of the strange stones.
Okay, I think that's where we need to be. I will try and, I guess, get a little bit closer and use Detect Magic.
Okay. You fly a little bit closer, lower down, you cast Detect Magic. There is what looks to be script written on the black bit of cloth, and looking at the cave entrance, it is an illusion.
Okay, so this is where we're. Alright, I remember where this is, so I can leave us here.
Okay. Oh yeah, because Outlander, you can just remember this.
Yep.
Okay. So, you head back to the rest of the party. You all reconvene just before the Conjure Animals expires. You return back to the location with the rest of the party.
I found it.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Can somebody get me off this fucking bird?
The bird
It
ceases
dropped
to exist.
Sasha.
Sasha falls 5 feet to the ground.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Is everyone else back?
Why do I hang out with you people, really?
Money.
Yeah, I
That's
think
true.
everybody's here.
All right. What exactly did you are we looking at, Malcolm?
It'll be a cave behind two pillars. Two stone pillars that has like a black cloth on it. Black
It's a
cloth.
singular stone pillar. It's like a mound of 3 stones with a bit of cloth coming off of it. And
What he said.
And the cave entrance was an illusion.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say last.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. Well done, Malcolm. Let's head over there then.
Oh, by the way, Featherwing said that he saw some things moving in the mist.
Okay.
You might be able to get in contact if you pray on Queglod. Or get a sense of where we need to go.
Well, I know
If that isn't the entrance.
Well, why don't we head over there first, and then
Yes.
if it isn't, I'm sure I'll be able to figure something out.
I will lead us there.
All right.
Okay.
I guess we'll follow on.
Easily enough, leading the party back there, travelling downstream southward, you, following Malcolm's guide, you reach the stone pile there. And we'll take a quick break there, I think.
Yes.
Quick 5-minute break. I'll leave all the audio up and the fact that you can hear us up, because I don't mind that. So, take a quick 5-minute break, you guys. If you need
Well,
to, of course.
Time to start an update that goes on for the next 3 hours.
Okay.
Time-
So, in our short break, I think we should paint Sovak's skull like one of those Easter egg thingies.
Like one of your
How
French
about-
girls?
No.
Yes. You've been overruled. I take off Sovak's
Okay.
head and
Okay, I have
Okay.
bodily autonomy. I still have those rights.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's that, you walking corpse?
Okay, now listen here, you little shit. I am not. That is unkind and racist towards the undead. I know we get a bad rap. I know we're not necessarily all nice people, but there's no need to be rude about it.
All right. Come on. You have your head back. I pop it back on your.
You
Bible
put it
cover.
on wrong, you fuckwit.
All right. I twist it back around the right way.
Thank you.
Question: do you feel it when I like scratch at your bones? I just reach over and scratch at your bones.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. If someone scratches
Okay.
your bones, is it pleasant for you?
Well, I don't know. No one's ever done it.
Want me to try with a knife?
I'd prefer you just told me how it felt to you.
Quite uncomfortable. That's about it.
Oh, excellent. I start scritchy.
Okay, not there, lower.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
Good to see you two are having a break.
Yeah.
We've discovered that bones get itchy, apparently.
Oh, okay. I've got one big thing to ask. You'll be surprised. Bone isn't very good at scratching bone. Could you scratch my nose, please? It's been so long. I got an undead elf this one last wish.
I can try. I scritch it like the bit of skull that's nose area-ish.
Oh, yes.
Okay then.
Thank you. That's
Oh.
enough. That's enough.
Okay.
Oh.
Does anyone else feel a little uncomfortable?
Honestly,
A
I think
little.
I've got an extra bone.
Oh God.
You
I am
almost
so
turned
glad
one
you
of
don't
you
have a
into
penis
chicken.
anymore.
I'm just fucking with you. I know to make you uncomfortable. I felt nothing there.
All right.
That's it. That's it. Felipe, get in there. You're controlling him from now on. Get inside your bone mech.
You know, there's no actual way for him to. Okay, how is this fucking bird doing this? It's not like I've got strings on this. Okay, now she's in the can. Wonderful. Your bird is a
Felipe
sadist.
flies into your skull, his beak poking out of your nose and his eyes peering through yours.
Oh no. I've become a fucking Megazord.
Oh, you know what? I am down for this. Queglod, can we just have like? I'm sure that your people will accept it if it's like the body's being controlled by what for all intents and purposes, an extension of your
still
soul and the
thinking.
Raven Queen.
Did the Raven Queen say to not kill me? Did they say she say something like that?
I don't know, probably.
Queglod, you even here?
No, Queglod's gone. She's just napping. She gets these stress snaps where she's like, where she gets
almost
so
like she-
tired of our shit.
You know, sometimes she strikes me a bit like an old lady.
Oh yeah, she was for a while.
I'm kind of curious what it would be like to polymorph.
Polymorph who? You
Sovak,
can try.
It will
please.
turn out skeleton.
Okay,
I
I'm
bet
gonna
you
make
that.
sure. I'm gonna remove Felipe first.
Yay,
Yeah,
I can
that's
polymorph him.
Do it. I'm not resisting.
What should I polymorph? I polymorph him into an elephant.
Okay. You cast Polymorph on Sovak.
Yes.
As you watch as Sovak begins to turn grey and begins to grow.
Oh no.
as
no,
you
no.
watch as a skeletal elephant
I love
currently
it.
stands before you. Your intelligence is currently 3.
No. No.
Wow, how did you increase his intelligence? He can't understand me. Oh, this is so good. He's a
He
fucking
can. He just
skeleton.
can't reply.
I would make the argument that at an intelligence level of 3, his comprehension would be somewhat limited.
All right, Sovak, I give you permission to squash Sasha.
I'm gonna just walk away.
Oh no, I'm gonna charge Sasha.
All right, go ahead and make the attack roll. I'll get my monster.
Oh Christ!
This
What
is
did
an-
I just come back
This is
to?
an elephant.
I
right?
rolled a 3, Chris. It doesn't matter. That's not getting past Sasha's AC anytime soon.
You say that, but an elephant, I think, has advantage when it charges. Check.
It does. It does.
Nat
Oh!
20! Yes. Hi, Sasha. Oh, by the way, I do intend to main damage.
Okay. Would you like to
Just say
gore
friendly.
or stomp?
I'm guessing both is off the table.
I mean, you can do one or the other.
Goring sounds more permanent, so I'll go gore.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 68.
Oh shit!
Sorry. Where do you get this fucking disadvantage on the fucking thing?
Charge.
What the shit?
I'm an elephant, motherfucker.
Okay.
Don't worry, I would
You
assume
do 31
25.
points of bludgeoning
Oh, yeah.
damage to
31.
to Sasha. Yep.
Oh,
and
well, I
because
think
you
that's a
took
plus.
1 damage from the hammer earlier, go ahead and roll your Colossus Slayer. Which is also doubled.
There's 2d8, isn't it?
As you
Oh, I
take
don't even
additional
care, that's only 3
take
points. I don't-
34 points of damage total there, Sasha. As you
All
are
right.
rewarded by Sovak.
I'm going to kill him.
Perfect.
Queglod, are you there?
Already.
Please,
Right.
Queglod, come back.
Time to die. Hey, how much health does an elephant have?
Who knows? Make a nature check.
Okay.
This is animal cruelty. Just letting you know, Harlan, if you kill me like this, animal cruelty.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Well, you're
Oh,
getting
no.
back just as...
Okay,
Hi, I'm murdering
Queglod.
Sovak.
Queglod, you officially have a reason to kill Sovak now. I've just gored.
Sasha for 34 points of damage.
As a skeletal
Admittedly,
elephant,
that's nothing to me, but still.
as a skeletal elephant,
13 on my nature check.
is this really how this is going to happen? I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I
get
mean-
black hole.
Elephants typically have less hit points than you.
I
Excellent.
thought I was only gone a couple minutes, but apparently I missed a lot.
You did. We got into an insult fight, and then suddenly, I got polymorphed into a skeletal elephant by Malcom. Then he said I had permission to gore or to.
To stop, to squish.
Hey,
Just
what's
squish
your
him.
AC looking like, dude?
I don't know. What's a
It's bad
skeleton?
AC.
I'll
What's
tell
a
you once you
skeleton?
roll the attack roll.
Wait, guys, I'm not a skeletal elephant. I'm a
Yeah.
skelephant.
I'm assuming that hits.
That hits.
Okay,
skeleton.
let's see. First of all, that's 2d6. That's 2 damage of bludgeoning, and then a further 7 of radiant, and
I'm loving it.
8 fire damage.
Plus your strength mod, which should be 4, so that's 22 points of damage. Sovak, you have 54 hit points left.
Noted.
You done fucked up, boy.
You did more damage than you.
Yes, but
Yeah,
also
but-
in terms of percentage-wise, I still have higher health.
Just be glad he
Okay.
didn't stomp, because then it would have been 60-10.
That's fine.
Okay, right.
You say that like any amount of damage concerns me, Chris.
Chris,
I
can I just-
disintegrate him.
Okay, right,
What?
Chris, guys. Wait, okay, right. Can I just charge Sasha off the cliff?
If you want to.
How
We're
much?
totally
Can we stop
having to
this?
resist this.
Yeah. Okay. I dispelled a polymorph.
As
Okay.
I'm running at him.
Okay. Sovak, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 6 plus my deck. Oh, that's not high. But don't worry, that's still a 15.
You rush forward. As the polymorph drops, you manage to catch yourself and not stumble over onto over head over ass.
Do a
at that
sick
point.
flip. Sick flips, bro.
I don't suppose he happens to stop right in front of me, right?
No, he would have gone straight past you.
Damn it! I was hoping
Alright.
to catch him on the swing and golf club his head off.
Okay, okay, right. Okay, what the fuck just happened?
Well.
We
you
were just
did-
about to go in.
Yes. We're going inside.
Inside the cave?
Yeah.
Okay,
So before you is a small pile of stones. There are 3 stones, one on top of each other, and between the first and the second, there is a sheet of black cloth that currently flutters in the.
this,
Oh
this,
yeah. I wanted to read that.
this is the place, I'm guessing. It
Looking-
looks...
Looking at the black cloth, it doesn't have anything on it.
No. Detect magic. Write it down. Write down what it says.
I'm going to say, because I forgot that Detect Magic is concentration spell, and so is Conjure Animals, you didn't manage to pick up what it is, but you can use Detect Magic now if you wish to find out.
Yes.
So you cast.
Get over me.
Yeah, I can.
Oh well.
I mean, well, yeah.
Yeah.
As you cast Detect Magic, you can see the script that's written there. It is again in Elvish. So if you understand Sylvan, Undercommon, or Elvish, you can read it.
I
Hello.
don't. That's why I'm writing it down. Because my companions are the ones that know it.
Make me an intelligence check or a charisma check.
Gonna go with intelligence.
13. You begin to convey the cursive that's written on the outside of this. And those of you that can read and understand it,
Hello.
go ahead and make me a intelligence check to see if you can understand.
Oh.
I rolled 2. Okay. That's 19.
So that's a
plus-
17 for me.
That's 21.
Okay.
For Featherwing, who read Sylvan.
So yeah, 17 for me.
It reads, "Feathers flutter and ravens call, then you may enter."
It's some cryptic bullshit is what it is. But I think this is the place, so it's been nice meeting you all. Rook, you've been my favourite. Sasha, if it wasn't for Queglod, you're on my least. I'm going away now.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Run! Go now, quickly! Okay, I won't hold her back, but I'll mildly get in her way.
No, come on, Queglod. Have I actually done anything to that I would do any harm?
You literally just tried to kill me, but that
Okay,
was kind of Malcolm's fault. So I'll let you
I
off.
was a skelephant. That wasn't me. That was the skelephant's problem. Yes, I'm saying skelephant. I think he's genius. Come on, Queglod.
Yeah, no.
Why?
What?
Why?
Do you mean why? You're a skeleton.
Okay. Have
You're
I
gonna
caused...
say she didn't give a fuck or something?
No.
What did she say? I swear she said something.
I'm no use if I'm dead.
Dead is what you're supposed to be.
I know, and don't think I don't have massive existential problems with that. I'm not happy about this.
Well then, come along then. Head inside and they'll get you sorted out.
Okay, you make it
In a
sound
very
like...
permanent sense.
Okay, right, you make it sound like I'm going to the dentist. I'm... Obviously, this is distinctly more than that. I kind of want to be, alive again.
Not really an option.
Come on, I don't even know how I was supposed to have died.
I believe you're way past your expiration date.
Yeah, I mean, I would have quite liked to have figured that out as well.
Okay, elves live for a very long time. I'm sure I would be still within my use by date. What process of what? But
I could actually think of a couple ways to maybe bring him back.
the problem is that if I come back, then if I should have been dead anyway, then there's still the same issue, isn't there? That's about the grand total of it, isn't it, Queglod? I'm supposed to be dead, and I'm not. And that's the issue.
Pretty much.
Well, how about you just forget I exist, and we can go on with our merry existences? No, I didn't think so.
So, yeah, I can see why you would think that isn't somehow a good idea, but it's not.
What happens if you do leave me alive? Apart from obviously me being left to no.
It means that you're alive and roaming free as a skeleton. For who knows how long, really.
True. But
Okay, I'll be honest here. I don't want him to die. I feel bad about that, Queglod. I'm a cleric. My whole thing is having people not die.
Actually, your whole thing's about making swords.
I thought your whole thing was killing undead.
Yeah. Honestly,
No, that's Queglod's shtick. Like I'm a nice cleric.
Are you going to try and get in the way?
Yeah,
Not
cool.
exactly, but can we not? Is there not a way we could, like, I don't know, set up like could we bail him out?
You know what?
What about?
Okay,
Give it a decade.
Right. No, just. I've been left alive by your god for a reason to help you find what made me me. And quite frankly, I can't do that if I stop existing.
Got a point there.
You also can't really do that if I don't know where you are.
True, but I'm not going in there. Because quite frankly, I think there's people like you who are smart and willing to compromise, and then there are zealots. I get a feeling that the people in there are zealots. They will just kill me, and you're not going to be able to convince them otherwise.
Okay. How about this? Queglod, we can find this fucker wherever he goes. And he knows that as well. So, why don't we just... you know what? Could I have it... What if... Okay. Sovak, would you, in lieu of, ending your existence forever, would you be okay with, I don't know, heading down to Bubble Hill and making sure everything's going okay there?
Okay, go ahead, Sudz.
Uh-oh. What's Sudz doing?
Yep.
Either way, I don't think... There's not really any way out of this for you now, Sovak.
Well...
How do I switch to third person?
I'm thinking that...
Right-click, camera mode, and then hit space to reset.
I'm thinking that because we've been getting followed this entire time.
Oh.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, then.
You didn't
mention that.
They know, then they... Oh, God, I haven't exactly been hiding what I am. Okay, then.
No.
So okay, if we're being followed and they know I'm here, it'll just end up worse for you guys if I don't go in. Shit.
Who exactly is following us?
Who do you?
I
This is the-
can't actually tell. I don't. Every time I get a glimpse of them, they vanish as soon as I do.
And let's face it,
sounds
that's not
familiar.
that.
It happened
That-
last night as well. That's what
There's
that text
3 of
was, I
them.
believe.
That doesn't sound
There's a-
like giants.
There's at least
No.
3 of them here right now.
That sounds like That sounds like creepy Raven Queen cultist.
Yes, I think they're trying to tell us how to
Sounds
get
a lot
here.
like Chronicle.
That.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, remind me, what was the wording on that?
Feathers flutter and ravens caw, then you may enter.
I make the deeper call.
Suppose let's try the literal interpretation. I'm gonna have Felipe fly over to the entrance to the cave.
Okay. He flies over to the entrance of the cave, his feathers flapping
Okay.
on either side.
Mm-hmm. If nothing happens automatically, I'm gonna have him, I guess, just flap his wings while standing in place and then caw. Let's go super literal to begin with. And if this doesn't work,
As this occurs, you watch as the cave entrance disappears, revealing what looks to be a cut stone door, which you watch as it shifts open, the stone grinding against the lower ground, and you see a open way ahead of you, elvish runes covering the archway of this stone door as it leads into darkness.
Fine. Okay. Oh.
look, if you don't die the moment you step over the threshold, I will make your case for you.
Yeah, fine. Fine. But you know what? Let's face it, it'll only get worse if I have. I'm gonna leave my weapons outside. Not including my arms.
You hear footsteps coming towards you from inside the doorway.
Just messing my.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna be standing just like slightly to the side and in front of Sovak, just in case someone tries to come out and murder him. I just.
Sasha. Don't worry. If I die, I die. It's okay.
All right.
You watch
It's
as
okay.
a pale-skinned, all bald except for a single streak of dark black hair in a kind of a low-cut mohawk, which then leads into a large kind of ponytail that wraps around this female form's neck and shoulder. As she walks out, the dark black clothing, the same as Queglod's, the dark purple feather frill that runs around and across the shoulders. As she walks out, her footsteps echoing across the stone. As she stops in the entranceway, looks up towards the weather, and looks back down at the rest of you. You travel in ill company. What brings you here?
Greetings, I am Queglod Prill of the Wingless. I come here seeking knowledge as well as an artifact I believe to be stored within this keep. I'll hold up Nightmaker. You must excuse my companion. I have reason to believe that I can serve the greater cause by keeping him in his current state for now. I request special permission for him to enter unmolested.
She looks at you. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion or deception or whatever you're trying to prove.
Persuasion, I guess, since I'm not really lying.
Okay.
It's plus something.
No, hopefully.
You'd hope, right? Given that it's your life on the line.
Oh, yeah.
Plus 4.
Yeah.
So 16 total.
Oh,
Okay.
oh no.
She looks at you, squints mildly, looks around at the rest of you, stops on Sovak for a long time before passing her eyes over the rest of you. Okay. Anything else you wish to say before entering?
It's a lovely haircut you've
Okay.
got there.
Give a pointed burn.
Seen in a fancy restaurant?
We'll turn everyone in the tri-state area into a skeleton, and then I will no longer be the weird one.
It all goes back to the day of my birth. Neither of my parents were there.
Such a weird show.
It's so good though.
But it's,
Alright,
it
so
is. It's still going.
what did you say last, Queglod? Just to get back on track, because we're now live.
I think so.
I didn't say anything in response to her question, but I did look over at Bern if he wants to.
Yeah. I'll edge over to Queglod and whisper into her ear. You can tell her secretly.
Oh, that's a bye.
Sure. Can I cast Whisper? Or what was it? Message?
Message, yeah.
Message you need to say it out loud, though, don't you?
Not necessarily.
Sorry, what was that?
Typically you do, but I will allow for the situation for you to cover your mouth so that it can't be read. People don't know what you're saying. So you cast message on her. Hello?
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Hi.
I will. I'm not listening. You are an ether forged, right?
Yes.
Etherborn. Yeah. My companion. Oh, yeah. So I will. I guess whisper over to her. My companion. Well. Actually, do you want me to message you?
Go for it. You send me the message.
Yeah.
During this time, as she watches Malcom, as you were looking around, you catch what sound to be the sound of chains. Not from behind her, but from around you guys. As you get a quick look, you can see one of those forms crouched and ready. You see the same kind of grey complexion. This one has white hair plaited back into what looks to be a kind of like a bun at the back of the hair, which shoots out in all directions, almost like a flower. You can see the individual holds what looks to be a large spear on the right and a chain wrapped around their left arm as they crouch onto the ground, palm face down, very much prepared and ready. And you catch this individual through the mist as you watch as their form dissipates into the mist. These
So,
individuals are skilled hunters, seemingly.
Also, they left a mark on us to not attack. Yes.
Maybe? I'm not sure. Malcolm's the
Malcolm
only
is
one who
just
sees
gonna-
it, though.
Malcolm's just gonna take a Just gonna act like he's looking around a little bit and then turn to her.
Okay. If that takes multiple, it doesn't specify exactly how long of a message it can be.
It's within
So
6
if it has-
seconds, so
Yeah. I would think that would be fine. If not, I'm happy to use it multiple times.
she looks
Go!
at the party, looks across them all. I can agree to that one, nodding at Bern. Sovak, however, has eluded us for a while.
I have.
Her eyes shoot to you for just a brief pause. Or staring back at Queglod. Were you not informed?
I received word from the Raven Queen.
You did.
I am so confused.
Very well. Then let you enter. But do anything funny. Anything. And you probably won't leave.
That is completely understandable.
As she turns and walks forward, the mist around you dissipates a bit more. You watch as 5 forms stand up from the mist and turn and dash off into the darkness of the mist once again.
Oh, so there were 5.
Yes.
Okay.
And one of them looked particularly different to the rest of them. A slightly larger, bulkier form, 2 large chains wrapped around each arm, and each of them dangled low with what looked to be giant flails on the end of
Is
it.
that the one I saw?
Yeah, the one you saw. The grooves on the ground where he stood was why it was so big and easy to notice. So, you head inside.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Click of the keyboard. Oh, that's Simon typing to me, right?
Yep.
Stealth typing.
Yeah.
Click, click, clickety clack, click, clack, clickety clack.
Clack, clack.
Oh my god, it's Sasha trying to sneaky, trying to sneak. So, Queggles, Queggles, my love. What the shit is going on? Like, no offense, Sovak has definitely not been eluding people on purpose. He's a moron.
No, I think we established that. He genuinely doesn't remember
Or he
anything
could be
before.
playing us.
That's. I've got large.
If he
mental-
is, he's the best actor in all of the land.
No, I genuinely don't remember, and this is the terrifying thing.
Sam secretly has been playing a sorcerer really badly and has 20 charisma.
I have such good charisma. I persuaded myself. That's why I'm such a bad ranger. Secretly, I'm a bard.
You're just really bad at it. Experimented one too many times with modify memory. Anyway, as you enter in, travelling in past the dark grey stone, the doorway behind you, closing, the sound of the wind and rain, the distant thunder coming to a close. As you travel inwards, the eerie silence of the area where you walk, your feet slowly flopping along the stone here. As you make your way forward. About a minute or so of travelling behind this individual. You begin to see what look to be dull lights on either side as you watch, as there seems to be a dull grey and purple glow from 2 large crystals hanging on either side of another doorway. You watch as she places her hand on the doorway, and the doorway opens inwards into what looks to be a much more open area. You can see a beautiful wooden hall before you. In the center of it, you can see a series of large circular tables with holes cut out in the middle, in a donut ring with a gap to get in. You can see they are lined with chairs. There's a series of chandeliers hanging down from the center, and all around are a series of doorways and bookshelves. Each of the doorways has a label written in Undercommon, which I don't think not Undercommon, Elvish language, because it's written. That I think those of you who can read any Elvish language, so Elvish, Sylvish, or Undercommon, can understand.
I can read it.
Yeah. Each of these seems to be a category and seems to be a letter. Across the room from where you currently are, other than seeing quite a few individuals well armed and well equipped, you can see a series of scribes, but across from where you are, about 60 feet from the entrance, you can see what looks to be a large purple crystal, cut into a octahedral shape, which is a D8 for those who don't know, as it slowly spins on its axis, with the 2 points pointing up and right, and down and left, as it slowly spins on its axis at a tilted angle. You can see below it seems to be a kind of a dark stone plinth, a series of Elvish writing and runes wrapping around it in a dull purple glow. As you enter, what would you like to do?
Be very careful. Just in general.
I'm actually not sure what to do here.
Guess let Queglod take the lead.
I'm waiting on Queglod.
Yeah. Go, Queggles. I choose you.
MC Queggled's
Yeah.
in the house. Sovak is not doing that.
Back in a second, Sasha is
Okay.
being very quiet for the next
Right.
who knows how long.
So. Now what?
Now what? You had objectives here, didn't you?
That's true. I suppose, first of all, you know what this is, hopefully? I'll present Nightmaker.
We are aware. Yes.
Very good.
If you wish to head to the mausoleum, I will take you.
That would be a good first step, if that's
Very well.
all right with you.
Very well. Let's proceed. She continues to walk through the hallway, slight whacking of her feet against the wood now as you walk across the smooth wood surface. You can see plenty of more of these kind of dark greyish skinned elves currently going about their business, archiving, gathering books, writing things down, as you make your way across. Across the chamber from where you are, you can see, past the crystal itself, is a large, again, stone doorway. The two wooden doors guarded on either side by more of these individuals carrying large, dark chains on either side. Immediately seeing Sovak, they react before she puts up her hand. The two of them kind of reluctantly pull back their guard as she opens the doorway onto what looks to be a slightly smaller chamber. As you travel a little bit further forward, you can see in the center of this cross-shaped chamber is a single, what looks to be, altar. On it, encased in that same kind of dark purple glow and slightly spinning on its own axis, is what looks to be a twisted bit of black crystal currently floating there in place. Queglod, I believe you investigated you investigated Nightmaker at some point. This does
Yes.
match what you would need to add to Nightmaker.
Excellent. That appears to be what I'm looking for.
Indeed it is.
Have you any conditions for it? Or do you mind if I use it?
If you were sent here by the Raven Queen, then I imagine you have two purposes. If my instinct is correct, then you should just be able to take it, pluck it from her hand. If you cannot, then you would have done something strange, as she looks at Sovak.
I can see. Perhaps we ought to take care of other kinds of business then, first.
Okay.
I believe you all had certain things you wanted to achieve here as well, correct? Turn to the rest of the party.
Not me.
Nope. Came here for you.
Very considerate of you all then. Alright. I suppose there's no sense delaying this. You knew about Sovak then?
I did, yes.
Might I ask for how long?
The 3 days we've been tracking you in the mist.
But no longer. Okay, interesting.
We knew of him being present here at that time.
Right.
Looking at Sovak again. He has, however, eluded the Raven Queen on countless attempts.
It's very strange. We've interrogated him, and I'm almost certain that he has no knowledge of this.
Probably not. You tend to forget what happens when you die repeatedly.
Oh.
If you wish to finally rest, we can offer it here for free. If not, I don't think we can let you leave either.
I must ask, do you know who made me like this?
No, but we can find out once your soul has been claimed. The undead body will reveal exactly who did this.
If there's nothing more to be gained from him in this state, then I suppose those were the conditions I gave you. If you'll
yes,
recall.
Yes, that's fair.
We
You know
can
what?
let you linger so you can hear the outcome, but your soul needs to be relieved in order to do that. You wanted this once before, but you've obviously forgotten.
I'll be honest. As much as I'll be sad to not exist anymore, because let's face it, I'm not exactly alive. It will be a shame. But this seems like the best way I can do to get back at whoever put this upon me.
If it helps you at all, I do intend on sending them to follow you soon after.
I'll be glad. I would like to. I will accept. Yeah, I suppose being killed. That's what it is in the end of the day. I'll accept it as long as I, as you say, get to linger to find out what happened. And can I just ask that you don't mention me to Elsian? Just because he might be a bit freaked out. I'm not sure.
That's a fair request. Thank you for being so amenable.
If I'm no more use like this, and we made a deal, And as
I
much
hope you understand that for as much as I don't
this,
get along with you, this isn't anything personal.
I completely understand that you're just doing what you feel you must. I don't want to die, but I guess I have to.
When you are ready, place your hand on Nightmare.
Who, me or Queglod?
You.
Me.
Okay, I'll hold Nightmaker up. Take as much time as you need.
5 days later. Queglod's
just,
arm falls off.
just one question. I've got just one other request. Could you, Rook? Where is Rook?
Rook is there, shedding a single tear.
Rook. That single tear you said you'd shed. You get my skull, by the way. Just let him have my skull. He's wanted it for a while.
She nods.
It's been nice meeting you all. Yes, even you, Sasha. Sorry I didn't get to talk so much to you, Bern, and Malcom. For a tiefling, you're not bad. And Queglod, thank you for not killing me instantly. I think that's it. That's my goodbyes.
Malcolm.
Yes.
You hear under his breath at the back from Feng. Got me.
Oh, right! Feng!
You didn't hear this. You don't know.
Can I roll a perception to know?
Go for it.
Please. I don't want to... Feng's just so quiet all the time. That's, with my perception, that's a +2. That's a 15.
15. That's what you needed.
Of course! Quiet Feng. Honestly, I wish I spoke to you more as well. In fact, you know what? I've done very little with my time with you guys. I've proved to be, fairly useless in most situations. I'm not going to lie. Just don't let anyone try to hit anyone else with my arms. That was a me thing. That was my shtick. You get free pick of my stuff.
Hold on.
Don't have a lot of it.
Changing the music.
There's no money.
I want your glasses.
You want my... I wonder how they'd work on someone who's actually alive. Honestly, if you could figure out how they work, they could be useful. Sure,
Yeah.
Go ahead. You know what? I'm not making a will. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Maybe leave something for my grandson. You know, that might be a kind thing to do. Although from what I've heard, he's an
Give him your
asshole.
middle finger.
You know what? That sounds fucking perfect. Right. With all that stupidity done, I'm ready to die. And Sovak puts his hand on Nightmaker.
He places his hand on Nightmaker. You watch as a deep blue energy from inside of his chest builds up, as it travels along his arm and into Nightmaker. Nightmaker lights up for a brief second as you hear ting from behind you as you watch as the crystal that was being held suspended falls to the ground, falls to the surface of the altar where it was placed. At this moment, Sovak, you are now released as a character, and for your journey, you have gone to join the Raven Queen, and you are released there. When we do the Behold the Shadow Slayer, you may reuse Sovak if you
I was
wish.
just about to say that.
Oh.
You may reuse him in all his glory.
He's a terrible character. He's poorly built. He's dreadful. He can't hurt anything. The best
Oh,
he's
he's
got
gonna
is a few
hurt him.
spells. He's bad. He's just bad. He's got a
Okay.
20 in dexterity, but he's still bad.
I mean, if you're remaking Elsium with the new Mystic, you remake him with our new Ranger.
I
Yeah.
could. You're right.
I guess we need to finish that off. And
See, here's the thing. He's
Get all the
not
details
bad
sorted
because
for
he's
New
a
Ranger's
ranger.
done.
Yeah, your Ranger's up.
He's not bad because he's a ranger. He's just bad. That's the
That's
thing.
true.
I mean, I loved him as a character, but
He's
as a
chaotic
stat block-
stupid, is what he is.
Yeah, he is chaotic stupid. And let's face it, that's what I built him to be. And
Yeah.
Oh well, I'll miss playing him. I'll probably want to play something else if I'm honest. This is a good end for Sovak. And let's face it, he's going to be pretty miffed if he comes back to life for whatever reason.
Where am I?
Ah, for fuck's sake!
Well, that didn't work. So,
I feel
as
a little
this-
sad now.
as this occurs, you watch as his skeletal body falls to the ground. You skull as past a Rook. As the female form who's been travelling with you places out her hand, you watch as the bones begin to hover there in the air as each of them begins to slowly dissipate into a light blue dust.
Save the middle finger.
Yes,
Saving the
please.
middle finger. As it disintegrates in the air where it is before it dissipates, and she holds her hand there. Sovak, I'll say your spirit is lingering, so that you learn this information as well. Because this will probably get passed on to Elzian, I imagine.
Maybe.
The name that is mentioned is Dalman Arnuk.
Dalman Arnuk.
As the form there goes, Dalman Arnuk was the one who raised him and kept him from dying. Whether that be a torturous method or something else, I'm not sure. But either way, now that that is done, she looks behind her to the crystal. I take it that's yours now.
I suppose so. I will head over and take it up. Also, can I get a spelling for Arnuk?
Yes. In fact, I'll just copy and paste it from my notes. There you go.
So,
Okay.
there's two O's.
You pick up the crystal, hold it in place.
Okay. It should. I found the slot on Nightmaker, correct?
Yep.
So that I will attempt to insert it.
Okay. You take it up in your hands. You insert it into the base of Nightmaker. As you do, it clicks into place with each turn before it finally seals and smooths over on the base of this. As this happens, you watch as Nightmaker heals over. The hooks on the outside of it begin to grow light purple feathers that begin to encompass Nightmaker a little bit more, as on the inside there is a light twinkling and sparkling that goes on along with it. I would now like you to update Nightmaker with the following profile.
Oh, fancy.
There we go. You will note the following changes. Do you want me to read them out, or do you want to read through them first? Simon?
Hold on, let me just give it a quick read.
The main thing that changes is the bottom two paragraphs, particularly the bottom one.
To 1 hour. Ooh. It's a buff.
It is a buff.
Does that include?
Hmm?
Does that include agonizing?
Agonizing what, sorry?
Agonizing blast.
Yes.
Is that it? Sorry, you cut out.
Am I
briefly.
lagging, or is Discord being weird?
I
think
don't
this-
know.
This was lagging because Simon was lagging as well.
Oh, was
Okay.
I lagging?
I think it might just be...
No, both of you were.
Oh, right, I
So-
see.
Okay, it
You're
seems to be
clear now.
okay now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, it does affect Agonizing Blast.
Perfect.
It affects all of it, actually.
Yeah,
And it doesn't...
only because it's technically Eldritch Plume rather than
Yeah,
Blast.
no, that's fine.
Makes
And
sense.
it doesn't matter whether it's big or small Felipe.
Ooh,
So keep that in mind as well.
That's a buff. So
Hmm.
Devil's Sight becomes. It's an actually good sentinel.
And in answer to the question you do have, yes, he can use Eldritch Sight. So, you've got that.
Oh,
as-
for detect magic.
Yep.
What about Armor of Shadows?
Again, unarmored Felipe, so long as it's not big Felipe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that's a little help for him because his current AC is
12, I think.
12, so it'll buff it up to 15.
Yeah.
So
While in base Raven form.
yeah, nice little buff. Okay.
Alright then. That being the effect, you've seen Nightmaker as it has now awakened with this next step.
Okay.
She nods. It looks as though it is the correct choice. Now, if I may ask, was there anything else you wished to take care of while you were here? Looking at the rest of you, and particularly at Queglod.
Well, there is a certain amount of information that I would hope to be able to learn.
Very well.
Specifically about my family. I assume you're aware of the situation there.
I have been informed by your colleagues, yes.
And that's good. So you know what happened at Prill Manor.
I am aware of it, yes.
Very well. I was hoping that I might have access to the archive as well.
Very well. Let us know what information you are researching and we can guide you.
That's fair. I will give you a... I'll come up with a definitive list and let you know.
Very well. The rest of you?
One more thing.
Go on.
Oh, sorry. Am I to understand that you have a way of gaining access to the Shadowfell?
That is correct. The crystal in the main hub, if you place your hand on it, will take you there. It is a one-way trip. Upon getting there, you must ask either the Raven Queen herself or find a corresponding crystal to hear. Where it will place you will be nearby to the corresponding crystal, but not exact. Could be dangerous.
Very well. We won't make use of such a thing likely then, but that is good to know.
She looks about the rest of you.
Hello. I'm only interested in the information that Queglod can provide with that.
And what information would that be?
Our next goal, which is Dark Creek Brew.
Ah, so that's where you've been sent. If you're looking for information on that, what are you looking for?
I suppose in general we need either a way to get through the place or a way to bypass it.
Typically, for something like that, you'd need to travel by foot. And climbing down the outside, from what I remember of the place, is not very conventional. However, there may be some other method, and I'm sure If there's anywhere that it's been kept, it is here. You'll have access to this information.
I'm kind of wondering if you guys have any information on an individual that was once called the Blind Butcher.
Let's see if this is the name. Pyro. Yes, we do. Why would you be seeking such a quarry?
We have knowledge that another individual is setting out to bring him back.
That certainly is difficult. Very well. If you need information on this, I will give that to you also. Any other topics?
Should we ask about the 3 places?
Could I not be dead?
What do you want to ask from beyond the grave, Sam?
No, I don't actually have anything to ask.
The Sovak want to see if they've got any naughty novels in this library.
No. Sovak is just going to check if, in his ghostly form, does he have a penis again?
Yes.
Why didn't I do this sooner? Now, excuse me, I've got some bone time to do. There was no subtle way of saying that. I'm sorry.
Sovak's going in for hard time.
Okay, there was a subtle way of saying it, but not too subtle.
Alright, so, any other information you want to look for?
Yeah, the Titan in the Enchanted Glade, that's not a dragon. Or the green dragon.
Okay. Right, I would like, for each of these checks, I would like an investigation check being used from each of you. As you are in this library, you are receiving a +5 straight bonus.
Okay.
So investigation checks for each topic, and tell me what topic, and then roll for it. And I'll need this from any of you.
Can I provide enhanced ability?
No, because this is just the straight information that they have. They have information on each. The lower the result means the less information they have, or information you already know. The higher the result is more information they have, and the more they know.
I guess I'll roll for my Blind Butcher one.
Okay, go ahead, give me an investigation roll. This is with a +5.
Why couldn't I roll on that 20 here?
So a +5 added on with your
+4.
+4.
18.
18. Looking over the information that you are given, you find out the following information about the Blind Butcher. You receive the same riddle as how he was separated into 3 pieces. The heart, buried in the Titan. The soul, burnt up at Matalin's Forge, for being scattered to the winds of the ethereal plane, where it was then taken up by the Storm Titan, which now roams the ethereal plane around the Eye of Light, which is the Sunkist Mountains. And finally, the shell was sealed away by druids within the ancient woods of the Iron Ring Forest. The seal has grown old. Its breakability is unknown, and all that's known is that the druids stopped communicating or stopped making their presence known 25 years ago, which is more recent than the couple centuries you were told of when you were in Relical. Referencing the information for the Titan, I will allow a +7 for whoever would like to roll an investigation check for that.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
I'm lucky that.
Go ahead.
Oh, fuck. Last fucking luck here. There we
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Okay. Going and looking for the information on the Titan. Or
27.
the specific Titan, I should say. This one is. As you go through the information and as you find information on this Titan that fell in Dragon's Glade, you find one particular bit of information about the Titan itself. The Titan was said to have ruled over sky, land, and sea. The creature was a form of elemental being, which, upon deceasing, fell within the noun which was then known as Dragon's Glade. Green dragons that lived there took what was left of its corpse and divided it evenly about the enchanted glade, becoming 7 different trees, with the main portion of its skeleton forming the base of the soil for the enchanted glade. The size of the creature was insurmountable, being what is now 1/10 the size of the enchanted glade. The creature was monstrous beyond belief, a large fish-like creature with 4 large padded feet. The creature's birth was created by none other than one such individual here, by Sildazar, Aberrant Hive, one of the Forsaken gods. The Titan, where it was buried and sealed away in several ways, fertilized and grew the enchanted glade to what it is now today. The Titan's location, it was not buried in a single location, but 7. That is all the information you managed to gather off of that.
And there's some sort of special tree at each.
There's a special tree at each site, scattered throughout.
Okay.
Within the corpse. So the main corpse was.
The main corpse was fertilized the entirety of the forest, split into 7 pieces. So, being buried within the Titan's corpse means it's buried anywhere throughout the enchanted glade.
Okay.
There is no single location. There might be some hints to it, but there is no single location.
God, if only there was some sort of class or something that had something about communing with nature.
Man, if only that was a shame, and who would have thought to did that? Or
No
that
idea.
maybe it doesn't work. Who knows?
Maybe it doesn't. I'm just saying, it's our best bet so far.
True.
Honestly, I think our best bet is Dippy.
That's fair.
That's a point. It's not like we can even just go roaming through the enchanted
Yeah.
glade, is it? We've got to get escorted.
We don't know how deep it is either. It's been how many years?
Since the Titan fell?
Since it was like distributed to 7 places.
A long time. A long ass time.
I'm just doing my math here. About 10,000 or more years.
Yeah, so I had like fucking 800 feet of soil above.
Yeah.
And that's assuming that it's just a question of like digging down and then you get to where it is.
Exactly.
There could be some BS going on.
Yeah.
So, all in all,
We end up digging upwards.
because we don't necessarily need or want all of these things. We just need to stop anyone from collecting all of them.
Yeah. Theoretically, if we can find a way to destroy one of them, we're good.
I'm
True,
just
then
trying
again,
to
the soul's already
get
like burnt, and yet Yeah, but all we need to do is figure out how to get one, and then keep it safe.
Yeah.
I reckon the
I mean,
Stone
personally-
Forest is our best bet.
Either
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know
Potentially, if
about
we
this.
can get that.
Storm Elemental, I don't know about that one.
The Storm Titan was that?
Yeah.
In the...
Storm Elemental. Oh, wait, Storm Titan.
Storm Giant.
Yeah.
No, Storm Titan.
Wait, what? You said... Okay.
It's a
I
Storm
mean,
Titan.
I think we should go after them, but I think we should do it sequentially. So get one, make sure it's safe, then go after another. We never want to have more than one at a time. Also, I'm thinking for keeping them safe and shit. Probably your best bet is to yeet it into the Shadowfell to the Raven Queen.
Could do.
At least
Prince of Blood would
one
have
of
a
them.
difficult time with that.
Yeah, and then I'll try and send one to a Turan. We just spread them throughout all the deities we know.
It's not a terrible plan if we do now have access to the Shadowfell.
You can also
But yeah,
send one to the base of our Sanguine Sun.
Or we could not do that, because you guys shady. But yes, no, that's a good idea.
But yeah, my thinking is if we head to Stone Ring Forest, we don't necessarily need to get it. Just verify that the seal, or get the seal back up and running, potentially. If that's possible.
He might be able to
That
break
might
the
not be.
seal.
Well, he might be able to. He certainly might be able to break it at the moment because it's not in the best condition. But we could check out, like, as far as the Enchanted Glade goes, we really don't know what we could even do.
Yeah, I agree that that Stone Ring is probably our best initial bet.
Yeah.
We can head over there after. Right on.
I think like a circuit is probably our best bet.
We just need to figure out what this Storm Titan is as well.
Yeah. Did you want to
Is that-
roll?
is
This?
Yeah, you have one more investigation check that you wanted to undertake. Which is yours, Queglod, or...
Yeah, I should probably use it for that.
He had two. Wanted to do.
Oh, you had two?
Yeah, his family and the Dark Rune.
Oh yeah, the family I think has
Okay,
to be.
we'll say Fang does Dark Reproof.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
So, go ahead and make me the roll for your family then.
Yeah, that really has to be my priority. We can figure out the Well, yeah.
The +5 on top of your
Plus
usual
5, that makes
investigation.
it an 8, and then plus my investigation of +6, so
14.
14 total.
Nothing you already knew. They are necromancers. They worshipped the Vad. They took back Prill Manor as well as the town. The only thing that you do manage to catch on is that they have been growing trees.
Now, I want to say this, but isn't that a good thing?
Wait.
Sudz is having flashbacks to Tuesday.
Yeah, so am I.
Okay, sure. I just want to make sure. I did hear trees, right?
Trees, yep.
Okay, yep.
Multiple.
Of
Doesn't seem to
course
be
they
too
have.
many.
As long as they say
Is that
normal trees, it's fine.
is,
Oh, they
yeah,
don't.
is that literal trees or is
They
that...
are dark black trees, leading a resonant red ichor, and they seem to have corpses hanging from them day and night.
I don't want to deal with that. Please.
Neither do I. We barely managed to get one running.
They've had generations to deal with those.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, around this, Wilbur would probably have like a whole bunch of them.
Look, Wilbur, Wilbur at this moment has one growing, and it's been like a month and a half.
No, I'm talking about like at this point, like at this time.
Oh yeah, if he existed on this timeline like 200 years in the future, he's like taken over the Ocean Kingdoms by now with trees.
No, he's not taking over the Ocean Kingdoms
Growing it.
yet.
Okay.
Yes, he is growing a garden.
So yeah, that's all you managed to gather on the information on that front. And Feng, gonna roll for Dark Reaper.
Come on, Fang.
12 plus 5 is 17, plus his investigation of plus 6.
Nice.
Takes him to
23.
23. Information you discover about Darkreep Ruin. It doesn't have any secret entrances. Darkreep Ruin, originally being a dwarven fortress on the surface, collapsed inward into the ravine once it was created. After there was a split by after the fight between two titans. With the split forming and the Darkreep Ruin sinking into the ravine, some necromancers took up the location themselves. They grew a bridge across the ravine to the other side, and made various staircases leading to the surface. These staircases have since eroded and disappeared, as the necromancers have formed a parley with the demons that inhabit the lower portion of the Oromance Ravine. The quickest and safest way to get there, other than teleportation, is to walk from Orom's Anchor to Darkreep Ruin on foot.
Oh.
The only other way of getting there is to travel from the north on a 4-week hike around the old travel way that used to travel through Oromance Ravine. However, it is said that it reaches the lowest point where you can visibly see the portals to hell.
Huh.
Anyone up for an adventure? No.
20-minute adventure, quick in and out. What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Say hi to Sasha.
Oh god! Oh no! Oh god!
So,
Looks like normally it is then. We'll just have to be more prepared.
is there anything else you wish to take care of before you move on within Blackhold? Before you ask, no, they do not have a teleportation set.
Can I try and find information on the Blood Prince's bloodline?
Go ahead. I'll say make this roll a disadvantage because you've already made a check. I'll say, Sasha, if you want to make a roll with your investigation, you can.
Hooray!
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
He's already rolled it.
I didn't know that you. Were
Yeah, I thought they were gonna be separate rolls.
Yeah, I thought that's what I thought.
I'm not even in tabletop, so it's not a problem.
Natural
Well,
one.
it doesn't.
Information on the Prince of Blood. He's an unnoteworthy individual who occurred during the atrocities. Never got to do anything, and his intents are unknown.
Well, we know his intents.
Murder everyone.
Same as Sovak.
Probably. Should probably write them down.
Sovak didn't want to murder. In fact, he wanted to murder very few people.
No, that's Elsian.
Again,
Oh,
Elsian doesn't want to murder everyone. He just wants to rule over them with an iron fist and call Malcom Daddy. That's all he wants in life.
Until he's the daddy.
In fact,
No. That's his relaxation time.
when the whips and chains come out.
Well,
Oh God.
Are we done here then?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. We're gonna be
brief-
making a quick detour before Adamantia.
What?
Yeah, there's a place I need to go first.
Okay,
Where?
cool, lovely.
Oh.
Question.
Yes.
this is more for Queglod and the Raven Queenie people.
Mm-hmm.
What are your feelings on like contacting the dead, like Ouija boards and shit like that?
The Ouija boards? I've never heard one of those.
Wee, boys.
Let's go.
It's a me.
Alright.
Louis.
So,
Let's go.
the answer to the question is it's very frowned upon, as you are calling a spirit to a service it doesn't necessarily want to return to.
You're a dick.
Same with if you're using a creature's original corpse to speak to the dead. If you are travelling to the plane of the Shadowfell and you have been given permission by the Raven Queen herself to visit them, then it's fine. If not, then anything to do with souls is strictly forbidden except by those who are given permission.
Right. In that case, is there any way to sort of set up a thing with the Raven Queen to just be like, hey, I'd like to make sure my family are doing okay on the other side?
Probably not.
Ah, worth a try.
They can send
well.
you to see them, but you probably won't come back.
Maybe later on in life then. I mean, I'll be going there at some point anyway, so I mean, yeah. Might as well get a jump start, maybe find some nice real estate.
Anyways, where's this place you want to go, Bern?
You'll see. Don't worry. It won't take long.
I mean,
Just to let you know, he's holding you all hostage, because if he uses teleportation circle and you don't go with him, you're stuck there.
Also true. Didn't want to say it that way though.
Bit of a
I
dick move.
mean,
What happens
Kinda
when
don't
one
have a choice
person
in the
gets to
matter.
take teleportation circle?
You kind of don't get a choice in the matter. You're coming anyway.
Hey,
mean, all the
Sovak,
same, I'd quite like to
Sovak got
know.
a choice. He died instead.
I mean, technically, we could just walk back without you.
Well, that's gonna take you how long? Like a month?
I mean, it's not really a matter of like blackmail. I'm more than happy to go wherever you want to. I'd just like to know where it is.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's all I wanted to know.
We'll see. It's fine.
No.
It's a surprise. Come on.
You're going to get murdered. As Sovak from Beyond the Red, I've got to tell you, taking you to a cabin, kill you.
Like I came here. Not gonna get you guys killed.
Probably some sort of long con. I'm going to stop talking now because I shouldn't be talking at all, really.
Alright, Catherine, and I'll start riding up the teleportation circle.
Okay. When the teleportation circle is drawn, does anybody reject to going through?
Nope, I'm willing.
Sure.
No
Let's go.
objection.
If
although-
we die, we die at this point.
When Rook reveals, when Bern reveals he's the big bad.
Yes, I'm the Prince of Blood all along. Welcome to the hell.
Well,
He's not just a big bad, he is the big bad.
Wait. So, Plane of Hell? Let's go.
Yes.
I want to find Abishai.
Of course, you have a goal on every plane of existence.
Wait, what do you want to find?
He wants to find
I-
Abishai. They're
I want to
better
seduce a succubus
than that he
or an
is.
incubus.
Surprisingly easy.
Yeah.
It's not surprising.
I
at all.
mean, and not die out from it as well.
That's different.
Yeah.
Alright, so you draw up the teleportation circle. The glyph glows the deep, dark blue and red as it wraps around the outside of the of this space. You all jump through into a more humid atmosphere. As your feet land on solid stone, you're standing in a room. Look around, you can see a metal door opposite you. You can see on the floor is the same teleportation circle in a metal engraving in the floor of what looks to be a deep silver. As you all land, you hear what sounds to be an individual walking down the stairs as the door is pushed open. Before you, you see a grey-skinned individual. Two protruding fangs on either side, from the going over the top of the upper lip onto the lower lip. Dark white or kind of greyish white hair strewn back into a bun as as the individual walks down. Dark black and brown coat, currently holding what looks to be a large tome at his side. Currently looks in. Ah, Bern.
Hello. Haven't been here in a while.
Yeah, you're supposed to send a message.
I forgot.
Idiot.
So we were in a hurry.
That's fine. I mean, Vanguard. Giving a nod. Alright, come on. Boss wants to speak to you.
He's here. Okay.
Yes. He turns around and walks up the stairs.
Be very careful, okay?
Okay, so we're here at a place with the sanguines.
Yes. Don't worry.
I really wish I was confused now.
Okay.
Alright, let's go.
And that where we'll end our session. As you stand in the stone, in this carved stone room, the metal door now left open for you, as you proceed to walk up the stairs into the Sanguine Sun. Okay. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.